Welcome back to the stupidest podcast. This is your host, Justin Van Deventer, and with me is the one, the only, the beautiful, the bald, the bearded, my other host with me on this special podcast.
Nice. I love that intro. We should do that every time. We should just be nice to each other and say positive things. Tell us that we're the other host and not a co-host.
Boom.
I like it. My name is Justin Rademacher.
Boom.
Welcome for another episode, guys.
Yeah, how you been, buddy?
Not too bad. Actually got quite a bit going on the last couple days, which is kind of nice. So,
Yeah, you seem like you've been pretty busy.
Yeah, I've been running around. I was just in Wisconsin hanging out with my grandma and my grandpa. So doing all that kind of stuff. Played some disc golf in River Falls and went and had some nice food there and watched a movie. Yeah, I went out to see a movie and it was a good time. Got to play a little bit of my Nintendo Switch while my grandma was playing her games.
Nice.
So she was playing her games and I'm like, I'm gonna go get my Switch quick and just play games together.
What movie did you guys go see?
We went and saw Bullet Train.
Hmm.
That's the one with Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
It was action packed and there was a lot of funny parts in it, and it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. If you guys are into that stuff, I would highly recommend it.
Nice.
Especially in theaters, it was kind of neat.
I bet.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, besides the last couple days, I've been basically the same, just kind of doing disc golf, playing a little Nintendo Switch, doing some comedy, hanging out, just doing some fun things, working at the casino still. But
there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I've had all you can eat sushi. That was pretty good.
Oh,
I did that before.
Bet that was like Christmas for you.
It was so good, but I did it before comedy, and so I was just I was done. I was out. Yeah, I still had a decent set, but I was more focused on keeping it down than getting my jokes out.
Nice.
But no, it was still a good time though. I'll still do it again probably. I told myself I'm not going to, but I don't learn from sushi mistakes. So
nice.
Yeah, that's all I've been up to. How about you?
Dude, I've been doing nothing but work. Work and more work, dude. I've been working till dark almost every night. Sucks. But can't complain about the money, so.
Yeah.
Other than that, been playing a little bit of golf. I mean, golf on the weekends with Dad and stuff, so.
Oh, there you go.
Been playing pretty good lately. Pretty good.
Nice. All aspects, too?
All aspects, dude. This weekend I played two of my best rounds probably ever.
Wow.
So.
That's not bad.
I am driving the shit out of the ball.
Well, that's good.
I don't think
and like accurate too?
Yeah. Down the middle.
Nice.
And far. Like
nice.
PGA level far.
Dang, dude.
I hit one this weekend. It was 352 to the green, and I put it on the green.
Wow.
And
that's pretty good.
There was guys on the green, and I go up to them. I go, I am sorry. That was the longest drive I've hit.
Hey, you're like, I didn't think I was getting to you guys.
Yeah. They go, there's nothing to be mad about, dude. I go, that's amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's impressive right there. I actually had a couple of days like that with disc golf this week, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I've just been playing, and I was throwing, and all of a sudden I hit exactly the line I was hoping for. It went right through the woods. There's a hole at our house that I got an eagle on that I rarely get an eagle.
Nice.
There's a hole at Carlton that I normally I don't think I've ever had even a putt at birdie, and I had a tap in birdie because it was just the perfect drive.
Nice.
And then a couple drives that I've actually out drove the hole where I'm like, there, I don't even think I'm going to be able to get to the hole, and I out drove the hole, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I got some more distance now. So
nice.
It's a really good feeling. It's nice. So I know what how you're feeling with that, getting that extra distance now.
Nice.
And my putting has been on.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Told you.
I am just, yeah.
If you listen back to like 2 or 3 episodes ago, we were both like ready to be done, and now look.
Yep, I know. Yeah, I'm just actually in a really good spot right now. I had there's another hole I was playing earlier, within the last time we did an episode. It's a hole I get like 7 on almost every single time at Lake Superior, Municipal Forest. And I was playing. I had a really good drive. I went on the fairway, exactly what I was hoping for. I had a really good approach. I drove it down because you had to like use a driver,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to throw in.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a 3, so it's only a birdie, but that hole is insane. Like Josh said, he had never even parred it before.
Damn.
And he's really good at that course. And so he had never even parred it. And then of course this week he actually parred it. So it was kind of nice.
Nice.
But yeah, so it was insane to get a 3 on that hole. I mean, I still didn't do great overall because that course is just tough for me. It's just not built for me. But yeah, it was nice.
Nice. Oh, the other thing is we're getting ready to ramp up for school, so we're getting Gracie school supplies and all that. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's coming up quick too, huh?
Yeah.
Couple weeks.
First grade,
Well,
man.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
It's crazy that she's that old already.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. It's going by so fast.
Yeah.
I miss my little girl, man.
Well, I mean, she's always gonna be your little girl.
I know.
But it's just, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the good thing is she's still a big daddy's girl, so.
Man. How does she feel about it?
Seems pretty excited, so.
Okay.
It's good. I think I'm going to do another episode. So I've been thinking I'm going to record her, talk about school every time, and then at her graduation,
there you go.
I'll play them.
There you go. I like that.
So
that'd be fun. I want to hear those. I want to be there for the one that you show her in high school.
Yeah.
That'll be really fun.
Yeah. Hopefully not for a while.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be within the next 12 years. Ish.
Yeah. So.
You still got over a decade, so you're good.
Yeah, of her being in school. I don't know how many more years I got where she's going to want to hang out with Dad.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to be one of those kids that's going to always want to hang out, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm almost at that, like, I'm probably at that, like, 12-year mark where I'm, like, looking at you and I'm like, I don't know if I want to hang out with them anymore.
Yeah. I don't blame
you. After I just said I loved how it was nice when you were being nice to me in the intro.
Yeah,
I say that,
rip on me.
My bad. I'll be nice to you.
So, should we get into this?
Yeah, I did want to add one more thing.
Okay.
I got a chance to do something that I haven't done in a really long time. Me and my grandma got to feed the ducks at the area where we fed ducks when I was a kid. And we hadn't done it in a long, long time. And so we fed the ducks, and my grandma was so happy that we were feeding the ducks. And that was the video that I have in my Snapchat.
Nice.
And she absolutely loved it. And then she's like, why don't you get a selfie with us? And I was like doing the selfie, but I was doing a video. and she's like still feeding the ducks over her shoulder, and I'm just sitting there like a picture.
That's awesome.
I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, so it was really neat to do that with my grandma, especially at the spot that we had done it for a little while or hadn't done it for a little while. And it was neat.
That is cool.
And then right after that, she wanted to watch me play disc golf, and she threw a disc.
Nice.
And it was actually pretty good. She threw it at a hyzer, and it hyzered out hard.
Nice.
But it was still good. It was good for being like,
yeah.
I don't want to. She's young. She's young yet. So.
Being nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then I got a chance to play with my dad and my cousin today, so that was kind of fun.
Oh, what about
the reason I say kind of fun? It was a lot of fun, but the reason I say kinda is because I struggled at the beginning.
Oh God.
So it wasn't as fun at the beginning, but it was still fun. It gets to me.
What about the concert?
Oh, the one at the we had a concert at Black Bear recently, and I got a chance to hear the guy himself, Gary Allan, sing your song.
I like how it's my song.
I know it's your song, not his song. Right Where I Need to Be.
Nice.
That's your song, and I heard him sing it, and it was pretty sweet. I thought of you the whole time.
Who did it better?
I think you did, to be honest with you, because he's getting up there. He's losing his voice a little bit.
Is he?
Well, I don't think he is. I'm just trying to make you feel good.
Yeah.
No, he still sounds pretty good.
Nice.
He's a good country singer. But yeah, it was really cool because I had only ever heard you sing it before. Well, live.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. That's funny.
So yeah, as soon as I had to tell you, I was trying to wait till now
I know
to tell you, but I had to tell you beforehand.
Yeah.
I ruined the surprise.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Hey, there's been a lot going on. We had that, and then we also had Jeff Dunham came to town, so we've been busy at the casino too.
Can't believe you didn't get him on the podcast. God.
I know. Yeah, I actually didn't. I got a chance to see him, but I didn't get a chance to meet him. So, but I did get a shirt,
Nice.
like a customized shirt from Amazon from him, and it's like a Black Bear shirt, which is kind of neat.
That's cool.
Even though he included things that weren't really specific to Black Bear, like dice. We don't have any dice games, but it's a casino thing, I guess. He tried.
Right. Right.
But yeah, that's all I've been up to.
Nice. So, you want to get in this?
Yeah, let's get into the episode.
You want to go first, or should I?
Doesn't matter.
All right. How many dates do you have to go on before you fart in front of a girl?
I don't have a specific number. I feel it's all based off feeling.
Okay.
And I guess how bad I have to fart, and if I think I can get away with it or not. If I can get away with a silent fart and I know it's not going to smell, then I might do it on the first date. You know?
Oh. Taking that gamble, huh?
Well, maybe. It depends. Do I like her, or is it just kind of Am I looking for an excuse to get out of the date?
Trying to end this quickly.
Yeah. You show up to the date with a fart. Like, I got one brewing, just in case. You know?
Get rid of her quickly.
No, I feel like the best answer that I thought of when you first told me was at least until we've had sex. I feel like after sex, that's when the relationships hits the fart level.
Nice.
You know, I feel like I can fart after sex and be like, oh, well.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
You know, I don't know. I feel like it's more of an intimate thing. So, I mean, you don't have to do it during or after or whatever. I'm just saying once you hit that intimacy with somebody.
I just picture you having sex and then right afterwards, immediately. Oh, I've been holding that in for 7 dates.
I like how you gave me 7 dates until it happened.
I was trying to make you look like a gentleman.
I guess. Isn't this supposed to happen on 3?
I don't know.
It's never happened like the same date for me. Well, I guess it's happened on the first date a couple times, but not like, I don't know. It was a date where it like didn't seem like it was gonna go much further than the first date, you know.
I'm gonna say it's happened to me on the first date more than it hasn't happened on the first date.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's mostly because usually I talk to a girl a lot before we actually even go on a date.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm more of a, I don't know. I feel like I need to. I'm the type, if you like get to know me like in person, I'm way better in person than I am in text. I don't know. I'm not much of a.
I think I'm better all the way around in person. Like I think I'm better looking, better sounding, better personality in person than I am.
Yeah. I
don't think I look good in pictures ever. I'm not a photogenic.
Oh, really?
I don't think I'm a photogenic person.
Well, I think just in general, you're not a good looking person. So.
You are just ripping on me. I want to. Can we restart this? I want to redo my intro.
No, you're a very, very good looking gentleman, and you can get any girl you want. And
there's no sucking up now.
No, I think I don't know why you're like think that you're not good at taking pictures. I think you look really good in pictures.
I'm okay in pictures. I just think I'm better looking in person.
I think so too. Actually, I think you've actually told me that you had somebody tell you that they saw pictures of me and they're like, I don't know if I would want to go out with them, but then they saw me in person. They're like, oh, he's pretty cute.
Yeah. So I've had that a few times. Okay. Where like, wow, you look way better than in your pictures. And I'm like, told you.
Which is good for us if we're on like dating apps, but I mean, but it's not good for us actually to get the date. But once we're on the date, then it's good because then they're like, oh, you look better than your pictures instead of worse. Like,
yeah, I could be getting those 4s rather than those 2s that I've been reeling in.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. I've had both. I haven't met a ton of people on dating apps, but I've had a couple dates, and there's a couple that look better in person than they did in their picture, and then there's a couple that had the opposite effect. And so it's really tough on dating apps to like, I don't know, there's not a lot of people that look exactly like their pictures.
Oh, there's a lot of catfishes out there.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I think we're the good kind of catfish because we look better in person than we do.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But then it also sucks on the other end because then we don't get the first date.
Yeah.
Or at least as many. Actually, I just started dating apps again.
Did you? Any luck?
Yeah. I've had a couple likes, and maybe a couple conversations, like small ones, but I already have one where I'm like, I'm asking a lot of questions, trying to get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm answering my own questions after she answers because she's not asking anything back.
Yeah, that's...
So I'm like, this isn't a conversation. Like, I'm asking you questions and you're answering them. Yeah, this is an interview. And I'm like, I don't want to interview you.
I don't think she wants to tell you how big her dick is.
How'd you know that was the question? It was weird. Like, I didn't tell her how big mine was. But she did. And she didn't know the exact size, but she said small. And I mean, that's pretty accurate. So, I mean.
Nice.
I like how you didn't laugh at that. You're just accepting that it's
just sounded true.
Yeah, you're just like, oh yeah, that sounds about right. Yep.
Couldn't help it. All right.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
For me to answer my own question, so we can get back on topic here. I would have to say I think I'm gonna go with you on the probably after sex.
Yeah, I feel like that's an appropriate time, like like I said, it doesn't have to be right after or like during or whatever, but like I feel like once you hit that intimacy, I feel like that's appropriate then.
Yeah. I think farting in front of somebody is almost more intimate than sex.
Sometimes it is. I know, like, there's definitely friends that I fart in front of, and then there's friends that I don't fart in front of. There's family members that I fart in front of, and family members I don't fart in front of. So it's all depending on how close I am to you.
Nice.
I feel like if I'm close to you, I'll accept it. And then there are some exceptions. There have been in the past where I was forced to accept it from people.
You're welcome.
Yep. But I mean, in those cases, it's just kind of whatever. You just roll.
Just go with it.
Yeah. You go with the flow of the fart.
So.
But yeah. Well, sweet. Well, my first question is actually a text-in question. One of my friends that listens to the podcast, she wanted to know, why doesn't America have sumo? Or at least to the extent of other countries. We don't have to necessarily answer it exactly why, but she wants us to kind of talk about it and see maybe if we can figure that out.
So like sumo wrestling is what she's asking, right?
Yes, sumo wrestling. So why doesn't America have sumo wrestling, or at least to the extent of other countries?
I think it's because of our eating habits. I think we're already one of the heaviest obese countries around.
Well, I think, and that's one of the reasons why she wants us to talk about it, is because if our eating habits are the way they are, why don't we have more sumo wrestling?
Because I think our government and everybody is trying to change that for this country. I think they want us to start being healthier. But if we start celebrating sumo or, supporting that kind of lifestyle, I don't think that's ever going to change. We'll just keep eating unhealthy more and more.
Yeah.
Where these other countries, it's pretty much embedded in their mind to be healthy or to eat this way or eat that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of processed foods here in America that are illegal in other countries.
And so do you think it's the outliers that are doing the sumo wrestling, and they're not like, because maybe it's because they have a higher population and because they're able to, you know what I mean? Like, since their population's so high, maybe they have that lower percentage that are able to do sumo, and like not everybody wants to do it. But if you're getting close to that, they're just like, oh, why don't you get into sumo? And we'll, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is all speculation. I'm just totally throwing random ideas out there.
It's a good question. I mean, I just think it's a health thing here.
I think that's a good answer, because I mean, like, we are taught to be healthier. Like, they want us to exercise more, and they want us to be fit, and they want us to try to do all that stuff. But at the same time, I also see a lot of fast food commercials. I see a lot of beer commercials. I see the other side of it too. So it's tough on the marketing aspect, but yeah, I don't know. I think you're right where we don't want to celebrate it as much, even though we still have like the eating contest, still have the Nathan's hot dog eating contest and stuff like that, and eating competitions. So I don't know.
Which is funny because it seems like it's always some really thin person that wins this.
Yeah. And they just
wolf down like 140 some hot dogs or some shit,
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're in the 70s for like the record.
I just threw out a number. Yeah. Something ridiculous. Something that shouldn't be done.
Yeah. Joey Chestnut, I think his record's like 76 or something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it sounds, I think it's in the 70s.
It's some of those
guys.
Whatever happened to that? Like, you remember that Chinese dude that used to win?
I was just about to bring him up, actually. So he actually has not been able to do it for about 10 years because he signed a 10-year contract. So he's actually going to be doing it next year, they're thinking.
Nice.
So now Joey Chestnut is going to have competition. And so he's going to, like, Kobayashi is his name.
Mm-hmm.
So he's now going to be a part of it again. And so it's going to be interesting to see, because I think his contract is up. So now, unless he signs another contract within that time frame, then he won't be able to do it. But yeah, in his contract, he was not able to do the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Because he used to walk away with it every year.
Yep. And then Joey Chestnut came in and just blew everybody out.
Yeah, but Kobayashi, he used to whoop. What's it? Gary? What's the guy's name?
Oh my gosh, I just lost
You just said it.
now.
Chestnut or whatever.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut. Yeah, Kobayashi used to wallop him before, though, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but I don't think, like, Chestnut was at that, like, he wasn't, like, as competitive at that point in his career, and not, like, he won it and he's just like, that's what he wants to do. Like, that is his career.
I don't think
like they do this all year with all different foods, but like the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is like the biggest. That's like the Super Bowl of their.
It can't be healthy.
I would imagine not. I don't know. I haven't looked into the science of it, but I knew one guy that competed one time, or like he did it multiple times, but like I haven't kept in touch with him. But like that'd be interesting to talk to somebody that does that.
Yeah, just the health aspects around it. They got to be throwing that shit up.
Either that or it just comes out of them the other way really quick, because like some of them just swallow them whole.
Yeah.
Like that can't be good. I don't know.
Yeah. Ugh.
I can't do it. I eat 4 hot dogs and I am just done.
I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
You know, when you when you overeat and you get like you go to a buffet and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have had another plate. You know, I don't like that feeling.
Oh, they have to fight through that, I bet.
I know. Fuck that.
And so their stomach can expand and get to the size of a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah. So.
I don't know why I chose Toyota Corolla. That is not a sponsor of the podcast.
Toyota, if you'd like to. I mean, we both will take a Toyota Corolla each, and we'll call it good.
Yeah. And just so we are clear that they are not a sponsor, when I worked for a company, I don't even want to say the name of the company, but when I worked for a certain renting car company, I had to work with Toyota, and I did not like the general manager at Toyota. He was kind of a prick. So I don't think they're ever going to be a sponsor now. If they are a sponsor, he's a nice guy now. I like him.
All right. What would your dream house look like?
My dream house, I think, would be colonial. Do you know what a colonial house looks like? Because I don't really know what it means, but it sounds fancy.
I don't think it's very fancy. Sounds old.
Not, it's old? Okay, maybe I don't want colonial then. I kind of like modern stuff, but like I don't know. I don't really have like a dream house, really, per se. Really? I would like to be in a house that has land that I can create a disc golf course on, or do like an outdoor venue so I could do like a comedy show outdoors. Because obviously I don't think I'd have a house big enough to do one indoors. Or just to do like some sort of like a small festival, like have people over and just party and have a really good time. I think that'd be really cool. But again, my house, I don't think needs to be, I don't have a dream house.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely.
As long as all my stuff fits in there and I can like have fun and I can like watch movies and have a really nice bedroom, and I don't even need a nice bedroom. I just need a comfortable bed. Okay. I love my bed.
Yeah. I definitely want land.
Yep.
I'd say at least 50 acres.
You want more land than me then, because I don't need 50. 50 would be nice, but 20 is perfectly fine for me.
50 would be great. I would love to have over 100, 120.
Wow.
Just, I don't want neighbors.
Yeah.
I want to be able to hike on my land. A few swamps.
That's a lot of hiking.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. And then, I think I've been looking at these barnminiums, where the pole barns that they turn into houses.
Oh, okay.
They look sweet. It's like a pole shed, like almost like what Dad has out here on the property here, except bigger.
Okay, yeah. Except they just turned it into a house.
Yeah, and a lot bigger.
Dang.
Looks sweet.
It's got to be, like, I think it'd be cheaper to build something like that because it would be, right?
Yeah. From what I've seen. It all depends on how fancy you want to make it too and all that.
Yeah, it's got to be a little more expensive for heating and stuff, though, I would imagine, because it's bigger.
Yeah, but you can block it off.
Oh, like make rooms and stuff?
Yeah, like your living quarters and all that. Like you could have half that building, like your garage, and then the back half you can have it separated off into your living quarters.
Okay.
I've seen some of them where you walk in, your car is literally parked almost in your kitchen.
Oh, wow.
So you park the car and then you walk like 20 feet ahead, and boom, there's the kitchen island and all that, and then the stove's off to the right. Like, your car is literally in your house.
Dang. That would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that. Like I said, the house doesn't really matter to me, so I guess if I, like, end up finding somebody that has, like, a dream house, I'll just accept their dream house as long as it's on land that I can have a disc golf course on, then I'm good.
Right. Yeah, I definitely want land. That's the most important. To be honest, I could care less about the house. Just give me a place to sleep, to be honest.
Yeah. If I can have my bed, like literally, if I just have this bed forever and I can bring it wherever I want, like even if I'm like with somebody and they want us to have a bed together, I'll just bring this one separate so I can take naps and we'll have that other one
for you guys.
Like, yeah, that'll be our bed. I'll sleep in that most nights. But then when she's off for a night or whatever, like doing her thing, I'm going to sleep in this bed.
Nice.
With all my pillows and blankets because I am a freak.
Yeah, I want land so I can...
You just agree with that?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Why not?
Yeah? You just agree that I'm a freak?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are a freak. You know that.
I know it. But I'm a cool freak. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I love about you. I just want land that I can go adventure in,
Do some four-wheeling and hiking and playing around.
Exploring.
Make some trails.
Yeah. You know how cool
would you have?
You know how cool it'd be to like build tree houses and shit and like bridges from tree house to tree house and shit like that. That
would be really cool. Like have just like 8 tree houses all connected with the trees. That'd be sick. We're just kids at heart. I know that's what I would love to do.
How sweet would that be to like have like 5 or 6 of them and then you just have a bed in there? You can go camp out in the tree houses.
Dude, I would live in a tree house. I don't care.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
If it was nice enough, big enough, and I can bring my bed.
I keep it warm enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. We need to keep it warm and cool in the summer.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Sweet. So.
But yeah, would you have animals if you had that much land?
Yeah.
Or like a garden or yeah.
Animals for sure. I'd love to have another little farm.
Mhm. I wouldn't have a huge farm. I'd have a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably want to do like chickens and stuff that I could like. I don't know.
I definitely would want some cows.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe some cows, but like I don't want to go super huge because I don't really want to do all the chores.
Yeah. Maybe like 10 cows,
Oh,
20,
that's way more than I was thinking. I was thinking like 4 maybe.
10 would be plenty. I could just kind of
Yeah.
rotate them out, you know.
Yeah.
20 chickens. Maybe 1 or 2 pigs. Just for the bacon.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah.
Just enough, you know,
That-
if the apocalypse happens, I can survive.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Just because you never know.
So,
But yeah.
all right, what's your
Well,
next one?
sweet. Did you ever take a particularly good or bad school picture that you can remember? Like any memorable school pictures?
I have a memorable one. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I used to get made fun of it because of... I used to get made fun of it all the time because I wore this suit and it looked just like Forrest Gump. And I had
Nice.
a nice shaved head, high and tight, like Forrest Gump too. I looked just like Forrest Gump, and I was just like, "You look like Forrest Gump." Like I got ripped on it for years. I'm
They
like,
always tell it. Did they always ask you if you were good at ping pong?
yeah, those
Should've
look
been a
like
football
comfortable
star.
shoes.
Yeah, you should have been a football player.
Yeah, I was running and running, and then I didn't feel like running no more, so I went home.
Jenny.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. My favorite part
Yeah.
is when he's sitting next to the nurse, and he's talking. Those look like comfortable shoes. I wish I had a pair of shoes like that. Yeah, well, my feet hurt.
Yeah, I never looked like Forrest Gump, but I did have a few years in a row. Not just like, this is like 3 or 4 years in a row where I looked like I was like pooping a little bit. Like it kind of had that smile where I'm like, yep. Just like I just,
That's
it
great.
was not a.
Why are
my
you clinching?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I felt like I was like being nervous or something for some reason. I was just like, oh, my picture's being taken. Just hold your breath. I was just like, oh, okay, we're done. I did it.
Gracie's got some good
That's-
ones. She can't smile. She has the fakest smile ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen her school pictures. You need to show me a fake smile because every
Her
time I
last
see
her
her,
last
like,
ones
when
were
she's
really
smiling-
good. Her last ones were really good. I wanted to talk to a photographer and be like, "All right, how'd you do that?" Because I can't get her to do that ever.
Yeah, maybe they get her to laugh because I've only seen authentic smiles from her whenever I see her,
Mm-hmm.
or at least they look authentic to me. I don't know if she's like really good at faking me out, but yeah, no, I don't think I have a school picture that was like I was ever like superly overly proud of, just because I think I was kind of like her in the fact that like I don't think I had an authentic smile because I was just like it didn't feel like an authentic moment because I was literally standing in line and you told me this is my 3 seconds you're going to take a picture and never told me when you were going to take the picture in that 3 seconds. And then I'm just pooping.
My senior photos. I took some really good senior photos. The lady that did my senior photos,
Yeah.
she still uses one of my pictures, and it's like the backdrop for her business card.
That's really cool. I remember you saying that. That's impressive.
That was almost 20 years ago, and she still uses
Yeah.
my picture as like, hey, this is what I can do.
Yeah.
I can make this ugly.
That's
I
impressive.
can make this ugly piece of shit look good. Just think what I could do for you.
You said it this time, not me. I didn't say it that time. No, I do take that back. I have a few senior pictures that I really like. My parents have them. Like my mom has it in her house at a couple of different places, and I really like those pictures. I don't like the one, however, that we used in the yearbook, if that makes sense. Because that
Oh,
one, again, I feel like the one that we used in the yearbook was one that, again, I didn't have a great smile, but apparently that's what they wanted to use. So, like, great, thanks. I would have never chose that one, but
I think of every time I think of high school yearbooks and stuff like that, I think of American Pie class reunion, and they're reading all their quotes underneath, and all of a sudden it gets to what's Jim's? It's,
yeah.
I want the sex life of Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
That one didn't age well for you, did it, Jim?
That's funny.
So, all right. What is something you have always wanted to learn?
I've always wanted to learn what colonial means, and so now we know. So, um,
I don't
no,
think we know
actually,
yet.
I don't think so either. It's a fancy sounding word for an old house. That's my
I don't even think it
interpretation.
means for an old house. I think it was like an era, colonial times, isn't it?
That sounds about right. I don't know. It sounds like a fancy word, and I am too lazy to look it up. And this is the stupidest
Yeah,
podcast,
it works for
so
me.
welcome to it. Um, no, one thing I would like to learn more about. I guess one thing I've always been interested in is space and learning more about space. I think it'd be really cool to like get into astrology and stuff like that and learn more about like the different planets, learn about different galaxies and like all that kind of stuff. It's just always interested me. And anytime I see that stuff on Reddit, I always look into it. Like I'm just kind of
So then maybe you
looking
could
into
connect
that a
with
little
the
bit more.
aliens a little better.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'd be
Nice.
really cool. Um, Another thing I would really like to learn about, actually, I've got a couple documentaries that I want to listen to, and watch, is about like psychedelics. I think it'd be really cool to learn a little bit more about that stuff. I think that'd be cool. Otherwise, obviously, I'm always listening to comedy stuff, but I would like to learn how to do traditional stand up a little better, like do more stories and stuff like that, like like learn how to create an hour properly and not just do my one-liners. Because I mean, I love one-liners. Don't get me wrong; it's my favorite thing to write. But I would like to learn how to build that into an hour. So I give you three answers
I like it.
there.
I like it a lot. I I want to learn. I'd like to learn Spanish. Like I can speak Spanish a little bit, but I'd like to be able to fully speak the language. And I wouldn't even just say just Spanish. I'd love to be able to speak multiple languages.
That would actually be a really cool thing to learn. I'm adding that as a fourth one for me.
So I just think it would come in handy. And then I don't know. It's just we. I remember we had a foreign exchange student when I was in high school, and he spoke like 10 languages. I'm like, what is wrong with our school system that we can't?
Wow.
I go, I can't even. I could barely speak English good. You're over here speaking 10 different languages.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, he knew
I'm sure
like
some of them. I'm sure some of them were close to the other ones,
yeah,
but I mean that's 10 languages. That's crazy impressive.
yeah. And I was like, is that a lot? And he goes, yeah, it's average for my country. Yeah. I'm
Wow.
like,
So
what
like,
the hell?
his 10 languages that he knew, was it similar to a lot of his friends, or was it? Do you think they were different?
Probably different. I don't know. He knew French, German, Spanish,
Okay.
Dutch, Chinese.
Well, Chinese. There's two different Chinese.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, don't get fucking try to act all smart with me right now, all right?
There's Mandarin
Yeah.
and I can't remember the second one right now.
Have you ever heard
Anyways, there's
Bert's story when he's talking to Doctor what's his name? Who played Chang?
Doctor.
No, who played
my grandpa was telling me there's a guy named Doctor. Anyways,
who played Chang in Hangover? Doctor
wow, he plays. I know him, and I just can't think of his name right now. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's in The Hangover. He's in Community. He's in all this stuff. He's a good stand-up. I can't think of his name right now. Holy cow!
I can see his face.
I feel like an idiot.
I know.
I can too. I feel like an idiot. Okay, I gotta look this one up. That is gonna bother me if I don't know.
Well, anyways, they were at a show together, him and Bert, and this older. He's either Chinese or Korean. I can't remember which one it is or whatever. But it's the opposite of whatever he is that showed up. And it was these two older people, and they're like, do you know his name?
Oh, sorry. You just keep going. I'll get it.
Bert goes up to him and he goes, I kind of need his name to tell the story.
Oh, it's Ken Jeong.
All right. Yeah. Ken Jeong. So he goes to Ken. He goes, Ken, I think your parents are here to see you. And so he goes and he goes, that's not my parents. He goes, are you sure? And he goes, Bert, pretty sure I know who my parents are. And he goes, they were like speaking Mandarin or some shit like that. He's like,
yeah.
What are they saying? He goes, I'm Chinese. I don't know. Yeah, but like, what are they kind of saying? He's like, what do you mean kinda? Like, it's a whole different language.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't just know.
Yeah.
He has a whole bit on it in one of his stand-up specials. Like, it's racist as hell, but it's like, it's still funny as shit. Like, and to be honest, I thought as bad as it is, I kind of thought the same thing. Like, I thought they were all pretty similar.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what languages are similar to other languages. I know, like,
especially in that Asian.
Well, I was thinking the same in Europe though, because there's like some people that like say that like Spanish is close to like Portuguese, or like there's some language. But that is not the example. I don't know if that's the example or not. I'm just using languages that like might be similar, but they were literally saying that there's some that are very similar and then some that are completely different, even though they're spoken in the same area. Like those are like two of the high languages, but they're completely different. But then there's also one that's really high up that's really close to one of them, but not the other. Language is so crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. But like over there, like I thought if you could speak one, I thought you could maybe be able to understand a little bit of all the other ones, but no, not at all.
Yeah. It depends on which language you're talking about, and like, because maybe some of them you'd be able to, but like others you wouldn't even get close.
You know what's really funny is if you get a Mexican from Mexico and you have him talk to a Spanish guy from Spain.
Oh yeah, yep.
And they talk to each other, they will rip on each other.
Yep.
Because Spain is more like proper.
Mm-hmm.
And Mexico is a little bit more slang. So they just kind of butt heads a little bit. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I learned that in high school. Actually, that's part of my next question is including that. So.
Oh, nice. So.
But
yeah, definitely language. I'd love to learn that. What's something else I wish?
Something I wish you could learn is how to answer this question.
Yeah. I'm a pretty decent cook, but I wish I'd like to learn more.
Yeah. That's actually a good point. I feel like I could learn a lot in the cooking area.
And the thing is I'm not a bad cook. Like, I enjoy cook. I just hate doing the dishes afterwards. So that's
Dude, if you cooked for me, I will do the dishes all day.
I think I could cook some really good fucking dishes if somebody would just clean up the mess afterwards.
So you're gonna cook the dishes?
Yeah,
You're not gonna cook the food?
I'll cook the food.
Oh, okay. I was being
But
an idiot.
the problem is when I do cook, I'm not like, I don't ever measure anything.
You just go by
by
the look of it.
Yeah, like when I read a recipe, I'm definitely like, oh, it asks for a cup of this. I'm like, a handful of this, a pinch of that, and a little bit of this, and that looks about right. Whip it together. But that's how my grandma cooked too, and she was a phenomenal cook. But the thing is anything that you enjoyed of hers, and she tried to give you a recipe, she's like, this is close. You could never get it right because it was all on her measurements, you know?
Yeah. And she didn't have quote unquote measurements. She just
pinch of this, a handful of that.
Yeah.
So
no, I think that's interesting because the way that I look at that is kind of the way, like, I was like trying to learn how to do like comedy and stuff. Cause like the way that I looked at comedy, like when I was reading the comedy Bible, is that you need to know the rules in order to break the rules. And I think that's the same in cooking. So if you know the rules, you know the measurements, then you know how to break them and like what to add, what not to add, how to maybe do less, like maybe half a teaspoon instead of a teaspoon to make it a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like then you know how to, like, what that difference is going to make in that dish. So then you can, since you know the rules, you can break the rules better. Right? I don't know.
I like it.
That's when you were saying that, that's what I was thinking of. And I'm just like, that makes a lot of sense right there. To me.
I totally agree. I'm in. Yeah. Especially breaking rules. I'm all for breaking rules.
Oh yeah, or at least bending them.
All right.
What's the worst grade you've ever got in school, and what class was it?
There's been a couple of them. I failed freshman civics.
Okay.
And it wasn't my fault. So when we started civics class, our big project was supposed to be like a year-long project, and it was a timeline, and everything you learned throughout the whole class, you had to add. We did time periods and stuff, you know, and you had to do the whole timeline project. Well, I got my project done like a month beforehand, and I handed it in. And the project was 75% of your yearly grade.
Oh, wow.
My teacher lost my timeline. She goes, I don't have it. I go, I did it. I handed it in. I go, I'm not. She goes, you're going to have to redo it or because I don't have it. I go, this is bullshit. I go, I churned that thing in. I go, I'm not redoing it. It's a year-long project. I just can't.
Wow.
So I ended up failing the class.
That really sucks, dude.
Mm-hmm. I was pissed.
I can't blame you. Like, that would be, especially if you got it done a month in advance, like, so you're like, oh, I'm done for the year. Like, all I had to worry about is like the last test or whatever you had. And
I was so proud too. Like, I was like, this is the one time like I've actually worked ahead and I, didn't procrastinate. I'm like, hand it in. Don't have anything to worry about. Sweet. Let's go.
Damn, dude. That sucks.
So then I had to retake the class my senior year. Otherwise, I couldn't graduate because it was a prerequisite to graduate.
So you had to redo that?
Yeah. So I ended up taking the class my senior year. So I'm in freshman history.
Yeah.
As a senior. And my sisters are, exactly 4 years older. So they were freshmen
Oh,
when I was a senior. So all the
yeah.
kids that were in that class are friends with my sisters. And they're like, aren't you Sabrina and Katrina's? I'm like, yeah.
Like, yeah.
They're like, what are you doing here? I go, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, it's funny because I think, did they graduate 08 or 09?
I was 06, 07.
Oh, so they must be a 10 then.
09, I think. 09 or 09 or 10.
Okay.
One of the
Because
two.
I graduated 08. I thought I was their age, but I guess I'm closer to you then. Or maybe I'm just right in the middle then.
I think you're a year older.
You're older than them?
Yeah. I think you graduated the year ahead of them.
Okay. Because I'm 08, so they must be 09 then.
Yep.
But,
so then I'm taking that class as my senior year or whatever, and it was the first class in the morning. So it's senior year. I never showed up to school on time. I was late to that class every day. And I knew the teacher, Spanier was his name. He gave me detention.
Same teacher as the first year?
No.
Oh, okay.
And he gave me detention every day because I'm like, I'm not changing. I go, this is my senior year. He's like, then you're going to keep getting detention. And I'm like, I don't show up in the morning. What makes you think I'm going to show up at the end of the day? He's like, well, then you're going to get in-school suspension like after every 10 of them. I'm like, sweet. All right, give me in-school suspension. I can get more homework done. And I just sit in the freaking... And I did. Like every 2 weeks, I got in-school suspension or some shit because I got so many detentions that I didn't show up for. So then I go sit down in the office for a full freaking day, and I got caught up on all my homework. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. I go, I don't have to go sit in class all damn day,
Yeah, so you just sit there every 2 weeks and just say, I'll get everything done in this day. We'll call it good.
I literally had a desk in the office with my name on it.
Oh, wow.
And then I also failed Spanish.
Oh, okay.
And
so something that you really want to learn, you didn't want to learn every time.
Well, here's the reason. I failed it the first time, and I aced it the second time through. I took it the very next semester. I took it, and I was going to just sail through it, cheat and all that, One of my buddies, his little brother, was taking it at the same time. And they're Mexicans,
Oh, so they already knew the language.
I really did. I thought.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like, oh, sweet. Well, I'll just go sit next to Porter. And I go and sit next to him, and I start copying off of his, and all of a sudden I start getting F's on the stuff. I'm like, hey, dude, what's going on? He's like, what? I go, I'm cheating off of you, and you're freaking sucking at this. And he goes, what makes you think that I would have been good at this? I go over to your house every day. Your whole family speaks in Spanish. Why are you bad at this? And he goes, have you ever heard me speak Spanish? That's why I'm taking this class.
Dang, yeah.
So I ended up failing. I'm like, I took a Spanish-speaking class, sat next to a Spanish-speaking family member, and he doesn't know how to speak Spanish.
Dang. Well, it wasn't as easy as you thought.
Right? So then I retook the class, and I had a different teacher the second time around, and he was a lot easier. Like, he was a teacher that actually made it easy to learn, too.
Okay.
So I actually picked it up really easily, too.
Nice.
So, and then I aced it with flying colors the next time through.
Okay, sweet.
Because you had to have 2 semesters of language to graduate when I was in high school.
Okay, same with me. That's the class I was going to talk about. Actually, I got a D in Spanish. That's the lowest grade I've ever gotten. Was a D, and it was the last Spanish class I ever took. So I had to take 4 semesters of it to equal 2 years of it. because we had like a block schedule or whatever. And the first time I got an A, then it went down to a B, then it went down to a C, then it went down to a D. So I literally just slowly got worse and worse. But I mean, I passed. I still like got the grades I needed
to graduate, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was a senior taking those classes or whatever, you know, all my friends were like, "You're not going to graduate. There's no way." You know, they're all ripping because I had to literally pass those classes or I didn't graduate.
Well, yeah, because it's literally the last time. Otherwise, you're going to have another year before you can graduate.
So I was like, I wasn't worried because they're easy freaking classes or whatever, and I had a good GPA. Like, I think I graduated with like a 3.2 or something like that.
So you failed those classes and you still had about the same GPA as me.
Yep.
What? I never failed. I got B's and A's and I got that GPA. What the hell? Cheap.
Dude, I was pretty much an A student all the way around.
Except for those.
Except for those, yeah. And the funny thing was like midterms, I was failing everything. Because
you'd come back around.
Yep. I'd get midterms and they'd be like, you're failing all this. And I'm like, what do you mean? All right. I go, what do you need me to do? I go, because they weren't going to let me like play sports and all that. So then at midterms, I get my Fs or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, what do I got to do to get this up? I go, do these. And by that afternoon, I would have almost a half a semester's of homework done. And I'm like, here you go. And I'd have it up to a B. And then I'd finish the rest of the semester, and I'd have that B up to an A.
Wow.
And they go, Justin, why do you always... I go, why are you ripping on me? I go, A, I'm living the life that I want to live. I'm getting the work done. And I go, how much smarter do I look? I go, I just took an F halfway through and turned it into an A. It's pretty good in my part, I think.
Yeah. That's nuts. I've never done that. I'm not like that though. You know me. I need it to be.
Oh yeah, you'd have panic attacks if you lived the way I did in high school.
And now.
Yeah. Yeah, and now.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh man, I gotta what? What's going on?
So. Anything else you want to add to that, or are you good?
Nope. I just wanted to tell you about my Spanish. I got the A, B, C, and D. Nice. And you can tell I got the D because I didn't even say those letters in Spanish.
All right. How many people would be on your purge list if there ever was a purge?
I don't really have anybody on my purge list. I don't think there's anybody I feel like that deserves to die.
Really?
I don't know. I don't hate anybody that much. Like there's maybe some people that I like have disagreements with, but I don't think that disagreement is enough to kill them. But if you talk to me during, like if I'm driving and you're talking to me while something happens, like at that moment, I would kill that person immediately. Like my road rage is bad. Like in the fact that I'd be like, okay, I hope that person dies right now. But I'm not like, I don't want them to actually die, but like in my head, I'm like, I want them dead now. If I had any way of doing it, if I had a button, I would push it 3 times so you die 3 times right now.
Yeah.
How many people would be on your purge list?
I'm trying to think.
Besides me, I already know me. Just because of how much I've ripped on you today.
Yeah, I definitely won because I need to find a new podcast partner.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I knew that.
No, there would be a couple. I think there's a couple of bad people in this world that need to be gone.
I guess, yeah. There's people that like I don't know
Yeah.
that I feel like I would want gone, or like if people have done a certain thing, even like I would just like if I could just like push a button and be like anybody that's like a pedophile, I just push the button and they're just gone.
Yeah.
Like, I like if there's like that kind of a thing, then I would have a lot of people on that list.
That's what I'm saying.
But like people that I personally know, I don't have any personal people that I know that I want dead.
Yeah, I don't think there's any personals. No. You know, it just popped in my head.
Huh?
Billy Madison. Boy,
What part?
glad I called that guy.
Oh yeah, he's got his hit list going. He's got his purge list, and he's like, I'm gonna take these guys out.
And he saves them with,
me.
Boy, man, am I glad I called that
Hey, because doesn't he snipe somebody?
guy. The guy pulls a gun on Billy, and the guy comes in with his rifle.
Yeah,
shoots him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think anybody personal, but definitely there's some bad people that I probably would go after.
Yeah.
And I think I would definitely be like almost like Batman, like, where people that did some really bad shit but didn't go to jail or anything like that for it,
Yeah.
Start a list like that,
Mm-hmm.
This dude just raped like 30 kids and never spent a day in jail.
You would like scour the news to find these people and then figure out information about them and go get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My way's easier. All I do is I push a magic button.
Yeah, you got this magic button that's not real, so.
Well, like, not yet. we gotta get our top scientists on it.
Well,
yeah.
Those microchips that they're putting in our heads.
Yeah, that's exactly. I already knew that was happening, so I'm looking in the future as to what's going to happen. I'm going to get a job at the microchip place and find a way to make the button.
Nice.
There you go.
This has got me ready to come up with a new question for our next episode.
Oh, okay.
All right. What's your next one?
All right. Who is, or I should re-say that. Who was your favorite heroes as a kid, and who is your favorite heroes now?
I was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy.
Okay.
When I was a kid. And I was a big Ghostbusters guy.
Okay, yeah, I'll count that.
Yeah, supernatural freaking superheroes, man.
Sure.
Who you gonna call?
The police.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Now, superheroes that John Wick.
Ooh, there you go. You're thinking outside the box. I'm thinking like superheroes, like traditional superheroes.
Trying to think of like realistic now.
Makes sense. I like it. I like your answer.
So yeah, I'm gonna stick with John Wick. Dude's badass.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the ones that I liked as a kid, Spider-Man. That was like I think Spider-Man is my all-time favorite superhero. Otherwise, I also liked the Hulk, and it was just because mostly video games is the reason I liked those two the most. And then I also loved Captain Underpants as a kid.
Nice.
You remember Captain Underpants?
Oh, yeah. I think I got the book here. I think the book is actually right by me here somewhere.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's still a thing because I saw it on Netflix. There's like a movie or like
Yeah,
I think there's like a
TV show
there's like
or something.
but I think it's like an interactive one
Oh,
where
really?
you get to choose. Yeah, you get to choose what action they take, and then the story develops from that.
On Netflix?
On Netflix, I'm pretty sure there's a Captain Underpants like
I'm
that.
not sleeping tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but yeah, so those were my ones that I had written down. Can't really think of a whole lot of other ones that I liked as a kid. Well, I mean, I liked them all, but like those are like my go-to. Like if I saw them, I'd be, oh, those are real superheroes right there.
An actual superhero when I was Batman. Batman was probably my favorite.
Batman is actually one of my favorites as an adult because of like the TV show Gotham. That was huge. I loved like the absolute best Batman is Christian Bale, and all three of those Batmans. Those are my favorite.
He's not the best Batman of all time.
Well, he is, but that aside, I Spider-Man again is my all-time favorite. So I like Spider-Man and Batman.
Keaton. Michael Keaton is the greatest Batman of all time.
I don't even know this Michael Keaton character.
You should. He was a stand-up comedian.
I know who he is. I'm just trying to get under your skin. I don't think he's the best Batman, though. I think Christian Bale is the best Batman. And I don't think there's a debate, to be honest.
I will give it to you. Christian Bale did play it well. He played it very well.
He did very good.
What do you think of the new one? Have you seen the new one?
Oh, the one with, what's his name?
The dude from
Twilight?
Twilight, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Had it and lost it.
Easton, isn't that?
No. Anyways, the Twilight guy.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was not what I was expecting.
He played it well. I mean, it was dark.
Yeah, it was dark, and it was definitely more of a detective, which I find detective stuff because I like that kind of stuff. I like comedy detectives, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine is amazing. So I didn't mind it, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be.
Okay.
It wasn't Batman-y enough for me.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll agree with that.
Yeah. But another superhero movie that I like recently watched for the first time that I actually really like is The Incredibles.
The cartoon?
The cartoon. Yeah. I just watched like that one, and I don't know if I don't think I finished the second one. I think I started the second one.
Oh, you should. Me and Gracie watch it all the time. It's one of our favorite shows.
Okay, well, I'll finish the second one if I haven't. Maybe I have. I can't remember. I got to go on Disney Plus and figure it out.
We have those pajamas.
Ooh, dang. I don't have that. But I did. This is like one of a pretty nerdy thing that I did because I have the Nintendo Switch and I've been buying games like as often as I can with that thing. And so Shannon and I play the Lego Harry Potter together. That's like our game that we play. And I wanted to buy more Lego ones for after we're done with Harry Potter because we're like done with like 5 years. So we only have like 2 more years left. And so I bought the Lego Jurassic World. So I want to play Lego Jurassic World. I think is going to be the next one we play. And I don't know if Shane wants to play this one or not, but I got the Lego Incredibles.
That's
so I'm excited for that one. And yeah, it should be fun. And it was only $10. I'm like, of course I'm buying that. So,
dude, you got to watch the second one.
Why?
Because you get to find out with the baby.
I've seen part of it. I know the baby, like what's going on with the baby a little bit, at least. Cause I don't think I finished it. I think I started it because I watched it partway through, fell asleep, started it a little bit further back, and then I think I fell asleep again.
Baby Jax is the best.
Yeah.
I'll
watch it.
He's a little freaking demon.
Okay. I'll watch it tonight if I haven't already, because like I said, I'm pretty sure. I don't know the end. I can't think of the ending right now, so that's why I think I didn't see it. But I got that, and then I also want to finish. I just started Man vs. Bee on Netflix.
Ooh.
It's really funny. It's really, really funny so far. It's got Mr. Bean in it, Rowan Atkinson.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really funny. But yeah, those are my favorite superheroes right now is Spider-Man, and Batman.
Nice.
Superman's my favorite ice cream. I like Superman ice cream.
I got a show for you to check out too.
Yeah?
I think you'd like. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay. It's gonna get loud. I'm gonna open a pop.
Go for it.
Yeah. This episode is sponsored by Code Red. No, it's not. I would love Code Red to be a sponsor, though. Holy cow, that would be a dream.
Kings of Pain.
Kings of Pain. I need to look that up real quick.
You have Hulu, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It's these guys that take insects, animals, all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, they'll go to Brazilian fire ants, and they'll go to Brazil and find the Brazilian fire ants, and they'll let the fire ants bite them. And then they do a chart and rate how bad the pain was.
Wow.
They'll get bit by like a snake, and they'll say how bad the pain was, what the outcome was, and then they'll rank them compared to other things and stuff like that. It is the most badass show ever.
Dang, how come they don't have a podcast called The Stupidest Podcast?
Yeah, right? Because that's pretty freaking stupid.
That does not sound fun.
Dude,
and
they get...
that sounds dangerous.
I can't remember what it is. If it's something that gets stung by or bit. It's something really itty-bitty, and it's the worst thing that they ever experienced. Like, they were down for 2 days.
Wow.
Puking, fevers...
Damn.
Pain.
Did they try a tick? Because that was the worst I've ever had. I was down for 2 months for that thing.
Right.
That thing sucked.
Yeah, but
I hated it.
This thing, oh, dude, it looked like within the first like 3 hours of getting bit or stung by this thing, they were like, I want to die. I want to die.
Wow.
Like, seriously, can somebody just kill? Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I can't handle it. Like, I want to die. Literally, can somebody in my life? Like, they look like either make me better now or end this somehow.
Wow. That's insane. I don't want to get bit by that little whatever it is.
It's so badass.
Imagine that little whatever it is, like the size of a human, and then getting you.
So what?
You think it'd be worse?
If
or
what?
is it like is it like a venom thing? So like if it was bigger, do you think it would hurt more?
I don't think so, because it seems like everything, the smaller the thing is on this thing that they do, the worse it is. The bigger, it's a worse bite, but not bad after effect. The smaller thing is usually just as painful, but a way bigger after effect.
Yeah.
So what happens is they found this journal of this doctor that used to rate the pain factors. And so they're going through and redoing all of his work. And umpteen times through some of this shit, they're like, we're idiots. Why are we doing this? This is ridiculous. This is dumb. I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, I do not want there to be a season 2.
Well, you need to get these guys on our podcast, because I feel like they'd fit right in.
Yeah. Pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, I don't want to like do their thing though. Like if they're trying to do a collaboration, they can do ours, but I'm not doing theirs.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oof. So, all right. My turn?
Yep.
All right. What do you think heaven looks like? I know we don't ever get religious in this podcast, and that's fine. I don't want us to be a religious thing, but if you believe in heaven, if there is a heaven, what do you think it looks like?
I have no idea what to think heaven looks like. I feel like the closest I've ever been able to like envision would be something at like almost like a mushroom trip where you're like there's a lot of like visual things that are like there, and then but like I'm thinking more like heaven is going to be like the visuals that you have when your eyes are closed, because you're not physically anywhere but you are spiritually somewhere. And so I feel like that's maybe what it is, if that makes any sense. So like when you close your eyes during that kind of an experience, that is what I envision it being like, just forever.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I feel like you're like tapping into like consciousness. Because like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't talk a huge amount about like religion or whatever, or spirituality or whatever. But I feel like based on like what I have heard and like experienced, I feel like I've heard a lot of it through like Pete Holmes. Like I love Pete Holmes and his podcast because he talks a lot about religion, because he grew up with a lot of religion, and he still believes like in a lot of that, but he believes in like a single consciousness. And so like everything that is conscious is one thing, and that can essentially like maybe be heaven or be God or be whatever you want to put it into words, if you want it to be religious or not. Like it's just kind of a like you and I are conscious, and like so that's the same that's the same thing. Like it's just I can't even say the word anymore. Consciousness is wanting to experience everything. And so like it's experiencing you, it's experiencing me, it's experiencing people in China, it's experiencing people in Africa, it's experiencing everything all at once. And so like, I don't know, that's kind of what I envision heaven being, is like getting to that singularity, getting to that consciousness. I know I'm doing a lot of hand gestures.
Yeah, it's a good answer. I like it.
I don't know, that's literally, I don't know what to believe. I don't know if there is anything to believe, or if that is true, or if it's false, or what, but that's just kind of, it makes sense in my head.
So when I was younger, I used to think, because this is kind of what I was always told, the gates were gold and the streets were made of gold, and you know, it was all cloudy and beautiful and this and that. But what I think now is, I think my heaven is different than your heaven, and my heaven's different than my family members' heaven, and their heaven's different than yours, and yours is different than theirs. I think all of our heavens are different than each other's. Because I think heaven is your idea, if that makes sense. I think when you die, you go to your heaven, your happy place. You get to go hang out with. It's like time has never stopped. You just keep living your life at your happiest moment forever.
So do you think time is a thing in heaven, or do you think time doesn't exist in heaven?
I don't think time exists.
Okay.
I don't even think you realize it. Split second here goes right back.
Yeah, there's some people that don't think time exists in this world, or in this universe. Like everything like is all happening at the same time, but we are only able to see anything in a linear pattern, even though like, so we're living in this linear pattern, but like in actuality it's not how, like everything is just like, that's what people think if they see a ghost. That's what they think ghosts are.
From another universe or another timeline?
No, it's the same universe. It's just literally happening at a quote unquote different time, even though it's happening now. Like that's why you see the ghost, is because everything is happening at once,
It's an
but they just
overlap
kind
of
of like
timelines.
it's an overlap. Yeah,
Makes sense.
there's a lot of different theories out there. I love like learning about this kind of stuff. Like that's another thing I guess I would add to the what thing I would want to learn about, even though like I already do it. Like it's just I would like to learn more about it. Just like these different theories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I definitely, but like to get back to what I think you get to see the people that you love on a daily basis. You get to do the things that you love on a daily basis. Your heaven is your perfect life.
yeah. So what do you think hell? What do you think hell would be like then? Do you think because some people envision hell being, you get to see the person that you could have been. Does that make sense? So like, like right now, like the way that you're living your life, heaven is essentially like you get to live your best life that you envision right now. But hell would then be like, okay, well, if you made better decisions throughout your lifetime, this is the person you could have been, but you're not this person. And so like your hell is essentially because you chose the wrong path, essentially. And you get to see the path that if you would have taken, would have led you to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think hell is damned for eternity, right? Is what they say.
Yeah.
You're damned for all eternity. I think you're reliving your worst memories over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I think. I think you have to live. I don't know how many people go to hell and how many people go to heaven. I don't know. But I think
I think it's 60-40. Just kidding.
Flip the coin, buddy. Flip the coin. I don't know.
What if heaven and hell are the same thing? You just can't tell the difference.
There's got to be a difference.
How come? What if it's like I said before, and it's all one consciousness, and it wants to experience all the good and all the bad, and so there is no heaven or hell. You just experience everything.
That's what I'm saying.
And so it's all one.
You're not asking what hell is or what heaven is. Then you're just asking.
Exactly.
You asked me what I thought hell was, though. I think hell is definitely not someplace you want to go. I think you're damned for, like, you're living your worst life. Imagine the worst day of your life and times it by 20, and that's what hell is going to be like every day.
But if it's like that for individuals, like there's different levels of hell and there's different levels of heaven, because there's people out there that their worst day, even 20 times their worst day, is better than some people's best day.
Then that person's probably not going to hell.
But what I'm saying is that person that had like maybe like the perfect life, or like what some might call the perfect life, if they end up in hell or their hell, but then the other person, because they lived such like in despair or whatever,
that person had to do
heaven,
something. That can't be possible though, because if that person down here, because that person down here that did something, say it again, this guy up top, his worst day.
What if the guy up top is a fucking asshole? He's just a fucking prick from hell.
Then his best day is still worse. Or his worst day is still way worse.
Not necessarily. Because what I'm saying, like, say that there's somebody that was just born in like the right like financially, like just perfect situation. And to them, their life went really well, but because like they're I don't know, let's say their life got better because they like fired all these people or killed all these people or whatever. They did bad things. So they're going to their hell. But it was still like their worst day wasn't bad for them because they got away with it. Like say they didn't get caught, they got away with it.
Yeah, but they
So
still
they're going
but
to
they
hell.
still but they still have that gut feeling.
What do you
They
mean
got
gut
away
feeling?
with it. When you do something
But
bad,
what if there's such an asshole that gut feeling doesn't exist? Like they think they did the
no,
right
that
thing
feeling's
because it
always
bettered
there.
them.
That feeling's always there.
I don't agree with that. There's people out there that are just not
No,
good people and they do bad things and they don't have a conscience about it.
there's always a split second. Always. Maybe. It may not be long. It may not. For those complete psychopaths, it might only be a split second. But that feeling's there at one point.
No.
They're going to live that split second over and over and over and over and over and over again. So that split second is way worse than that guy down below in the lower class that you were talking about. That split second's worse than anything that guy's ever felt.
I guess. I don't agree, but
I mean, otherwise I could just go with the old classic. I think you're damned for life. You're going to be sitting and burning eternally for the rest of your life, or for the rest of time.
Well, I was just trying to test your theory because you said that you go to your heaven, you go to your hell, and I was just trying to see like since there's different levels for different people, like some people's hell might still be better than some people's heaven, is what I was getting at.
And that may be true. It's all in your mind.
Well, yeah, because there's people that like in their maybe they like their heaven, like they've never known anything better than a certain level, so they can only get so high. But like, because I can't imagine being a billionaire, and so like, or even a millionaire. I can't imagine being a millionaire.
Yeah.
And so like, I wouldn't even know that. Like, and I know money doesn't mean everything, but maybe I don't know what it's like to have like that true love. You know, like there's that level. You know,
you're thinking of physical objects and feel. I'm talking about emotionals.
I'm talking emotionals too. So yeah. Like I wasn't trying to make this like a only about like the physical stuff, but like even say we're just talking about like relationships. So maybe somebody that like goes to their heaven, but their heaven they only know like they've only had really good relationships with a few amount of people because they can only relate with a few amount of people, where these people can relate with a ton of people. But yet they're, you know what I mean?
But they're going to be on the same level of feelings.
Maybe.
Your happiest time is going to be repeated over and over and over.
And then your saddest time is going to be repeated over and over.
Mm-hmm.
What about your scaredest time? Do you think hell is more scared or sad?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay. And do you think heaven is only about happiness?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. See, there's so many different like things that go into this that like that's one of the reasons I don't talk about religion or politics or anything like that, because there's so many different viewpoints and you can argue just about everything.
Oh yeah, we could have a 5 hour conversation just about this.
Yeah, and there is no right answer.
No.
There's no wrong answer. There's no answer to it, and that's why it's an interesting conversation. But I sometimes would rather have a conversation about like disc golf,
Right.
or comedy, or you know what I mean. But I like these conversations though. Like I don't know. People had different viewpoints, and you can't change people's minds about those two subjects.
And to be honest,
for the most part,
you could ask me tomorrow, and my answer is probably gonna be different.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll have a whole different thought.
Yeah, well, it's also like I said, it's hard once somebody has that belief in them. It's very difficult to change a belief. It's easier to change a thought. If somebody has a thought about something, I can change somebody's thought about almost anything. Mm-hmm. But if somebody believes in something, no matter what I say, they're gonna have a bias about it, and they're gonna turn whatever I say into something positive for their belief.
I don't think you could change my thought on heaven right now, but you could probably change my thought about hell, because I just don't know about hell.
Well, then I feel like if I can't change it, it's not a thought. I feel like it's more of a belief.
Yeah. It's closer to a belief than a thought right now.
Your heaven.
Yeah.
Your hell is more of a thought.
Yeah.
So do you think because you have a stronger feeling about heaven, do you feel like you're on the path towards heaven then?
In all honesty, yes.
Okay.
I joke around and say that I already have a seat in hell right now. There's a seat right on the right hand of him, sitting right there with my name on it right now. Got a first class ticket heading there. But in all honesty, I think I'm an all around pretty good person. So yeah, I think I'm headed that way.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you got a lot of good things going for you, except the looks part. Just kidding.
The whole reason I don't have a full belief on hell is because I do believe in ghosts and demons and stuff like that. So I don't know how those tie in.
Do you think there's a mermaid hell in?
I knew mermaids was coming back.
Mermaid heaven and hell.
You're gonna flip out when you find out that them fuckers are real. You're gonna be like, God damn, I should have started listening to Justin. Should have listened to Justin.
Maybe they are real. I just think it's so funny that your belief in them is stronger than your belief in hell. That's what I'm feeling like right now.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I'm just gonna start sending you clips of mermaid shit.
Do it. Right now, I only got a thought about mermaids. I don't have a belief yet.
Because I do believe, I think a demon. You think a demon was a human at one time?
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in demons or not.
Oh, really?
I don't know what to believe. Like I said, like there's so many different things out there.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen them when I was younger, but I haven't seen anything recently. And like, I don't know, just like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you watch like all the ghost videos and stuff, like all like the ghost hunters and stuff, like they've never really caught one. You'd feel like it'd be everywhere if they did. I don't know. But like I said, it's all an I don't know for me. I want to believe in some stuff, and I want to like believe in like some of this stuff, but like I don't know if I should or do or not, or I don't know. There's so much out there that is unknown. I want to be able to keep an open heart about it, an open mind about it, but I don't know. I'm not smart enough or knowledgeable of any of the topics to be, I don't know.
Okay.
And the one thing that like I really like, which I don't know if you're gonna agree with or anybody's gonna agree with, is I love Ricky Gervais and how like he says he's atheist, right? And people are totally against him. People that like have a religion are totally against him about it. And he's like, why are you so against me? I literally only believe in one less God than you. Like there's hundreds of gods that people believe in. I believe in one less than you. That's it. Only one less. Like you don't believe in this God. You don't believe in this God. You only believe in this one God. I don't believe in any of them. I believe in one less God than you. It's hilarious. I think it's funny.
I heard
a funny concept. Like you're just like, damn.
After the whole Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith, they talked to Ricky Gervais, and they asked him, "Just think if you would have hosted this year." He goes, "That could have been you getting slapped." He goes, "I wouldn't have been slapped." They go, "How do you know that?" He goes, "Because I wouldn't have never said a joke about her hair."
Mm.
He goes, I would have mentioned her boyfriend. And I'm like, oh snap.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais is so funny.
Like, he's savage as fuck.
Oh my god, yeah. He's good. And then like there's that one clip of him like going after everybody in Hollywood.
Oh, I
you
love
see that when he was hosting?
Yeah. I watched it live.
That was brutal.
Did you see all of them getting pissed too?
Oh yeah, yep.
Like you're letting out all the secrets.
Yep.
You know, and that's the other thing is like, I want to know how much of this shit is true.
What do you mean?
All the
stuff that you hear about,
conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
I feel like we need to have this episode pretty soon. I want to talk to Matt about conspiracy theories, and I think we should do that at some point.
I agree.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him. We're gonna have to do it. Most likely, gonna have to do it remote, but
that's fine. I definitely think I would like to know about all the conspiracy theories because everybody. How much of it is real? Because back in the 60s, and they talked to the conspiracy theorists were freaking nuts people, crazy psychos. And now all of a sudden, 40, 50 years later, we're finding out that them guys weren't that nuts. Like a lot of that shit was true that they were talking about. Mm-hmm. So if that was true back then, how much of the freaking weird, crazy, fucked up shit that we're hearing about now is true?
Yeah.
That's what scares me.
Yeah. No, I actually came up with it's not really a conspiracy theory. Maybe you could consider it a conspiracy theory, but I was just thinking of an idea for a movie. I thought it'd be really cool, like as a concept at least. I want to figure this out, but I'm gonna say it now, so that way if anybody takes my idea, I can at least say that I have it like recorded somewhere. Yeah. And it's being recorded on what is it, August 10th of 2022. So everybody knows the date that I'm saying this. So if you steal my movie idea, at least just give me money. So my idea for this movie is it's an alien movie, right? And we're trying to figure out, like, we find out that there are aliens on Earth, right? Mm-hmm. And we find this out at the very beginning that there's aliens on Earth. The movie keeps going, and about halfway through the movie, we're getting all these different, there's going to be multiple concepts going on, multiple conspiracy theory ideas. But then we realize that we, as humans, quote unquote humans, we are the aliens. So we were the ones that came to Earth, and all the Earthlings, they are actually, you know how Area 51 is known for aliens? That's where the Earthlings are. So we put all the Earthlings down in Area 51, and
Oh,
they are actually
snap.
underneath. And so that's where they are. And so we are aliens, but we have forgotten that we are aliens, like as a whole. So only
we've reproduced so many times that memory.
Exactly. Yep. So the top governments and like top like leaders of the world, they know all of this. So like all the people that like would create all these conspiracy theories, they know everything. And then like there's only a select number of people that know that. And then
Dude, you might be onto something
eventually. Yeah, so then we eventually find out that like the Earthlings are down in Area 51, and so then once we find that out, then
And then that's the reason why people are disappearing, is because they've gotten too close to the real answer.
Exactly. So if I go missing, we know that this theory is true.
That or you pissed off the Clintons.
I don't think I would have a reason to piss them off. I haven't even done a joke about them, I don't think. Not to my recollection.
Yeah. So, all right. You got a last question, or are we done?
Nope, I got one more. So if somebody tells you to, quote unquote, take a hike, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's bad.
I think it's bad.
Take a hike. Get out of here. I don't think it's... I can't think of a good theory where it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing because I love hiking. So if people are like, hey, go take a hike. Oh, okay, yeah, I enjoy a good time. Yeah, let's go do it. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't mind a good hike.
Good point.
I understand that it could definitely be taken as negative, and people are like, hey, just get out of here, just do something to not be here. I don't care. I'll go hike. I'll go throw a disc while I hike. I don't care. Whatever.
I like it.
We definitely don't have as much on that question as we did on the last one.
No. So, should we get into entertainment?
Yeah, let's get into the segment part of the episode where we talk about the 5 different segments that we have. We talk about entertainment. We got Marry, Fuck, Kill, Love It or Hate It, Roddy or Vandy, and Would You Rather.
Last episode for a couple of these. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.
We're going to be changing it up on a few of these. We will keep some of the favorites, and we will get rid of... I'm going to say... Should I say a number? We're going to get... How many segments we're changing?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're changing 2 of the segments. I'm not going to say which 2, but we're going to get rid of 2 and keep 3. And then we're going to add 2 for the ones that we get rid of. So we're going to continue to have 5 segments during this segment, quote unquote, hour or half or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we're going to get rid of 2 of them and exchange them for 2 what might be better. I think they're at least equivalent. Or
I think one's going to be really good. I think one might actually become popular.
Okay.
So
I think they both have the potential of that.
So, all right. What do you got for entertainment, man?
Well, I mean, we already talked about a little bit of it, but I just saw Bullet Train today. So that was kind of neat seeing that with my grandma and grandpa. I actually saw another movie in theaters recently. I saw the movie Nope.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Saw that with Jordan Peele. That's
Good.
his movie. Oh, yeah. I loved it. Yeah, that's actually the night I saw Nope was when I thought of that idea for us being aliens.
Ooh.
And the Earthlings being underground. I mean, that doesn't ruin the movie. I just, for some reason, that's the idea I came up with. Finished watching Stranger Things 4 recently. Been watching a little bit of The Office. I keep watching Superstore and Bob's Burgers, and What We Do in the Shadows. Those are things I've been watching. Last Man Standing, I'm actually watching that as we speak. It's not on volume, but it's literally right there. I'm watching it right now.
Last Man Standing. That's with Tim Allen?
No, I'm sorry, not Last Man Standing. Last Man on Earth is
Okay.
what I meant to say. Last Man Standing is with Tim Allen, but I'm talking about Last Man on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I always listen to You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes, Working It Out with Mike Birbiglia. And then I just recently also watched today was Man vs. Bee. I think I talked about that just recently too. But there's like 9 different episodes that are like 10, 12 minutes each, and I'm like 5 episodes in, and it's pretty good.
Nice.
But and then one thing that I actually have coming up, I'm probably gonna plug this later on in the show too, but we're gonna be doing a roast battle here in Duluth.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Finally
so
talked you guys into it, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a roast battle, and I'm gonna be in it, so I'll be one of the contestants.
Can't see you doing good at that.
I'm gonna try, but the winner gets 15 minutes. I don't even think I'm gonna get 15 minutes ready, so that's how confident I am.
So, is it just one-on-one battles?
So it's essentially it's gonna be like a round robin tournament, but yeah, I don't want to get into like super details because I don't think it's gonna be announced because this is literally coming out before I think it's gonna be announced. So
I think you guys should have to give each other profiles.
Maybe, I don't know. I literally just told him, I'm like, hey, if you want to get some dirt on me, just listen to the podcast and hope you find something, because there's a lot of hours you got to listen to if you want to find.
That's what I mean. Like, people could roast us real easily because we tell everything on here.
Yeah. Well, if they listen, they listen. If they don't, well.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you're make it a little fair. Let me learn a little bit about you. I mean, if I go on stage and I don't know anything about this person, then my jokes are only going to be pretty much about what they look like.
Well, I mean, that's all you got to work with. You gotta make it funny somehow. Like I already have one joke. I don't even know which comedian I'm going to use it for, but I know I'm going to just use a joke that I have, and I'm basically going to throw it in there.
The best jokes, though, come from personal shit, you know?
I know,
and a roast battle.
I feel like I have a
I'm just saying, if you guys did profiles on each person, you get a lot better jokes to come out.
Oh, for sure. I agree. Like, if you know the person a little bit better. But this is definitely going to be a fun show. I think it's going to be an
absolutely. There's nothing better than a good roast battle. I love it.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it. But yeah, essentially you battle against one person, and then the winner advances, and then you play whoever advances from the other one, and so on and so forth. Until somebody wins, then the winner gets their 15. I am going to have 15 minutes ready. I'm literally the next 4 sets that I have ready to go. Like, I could literally do it right now if you wanted me to.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Are you done, or?
Yeah, that's all I've been. Oh, well, I mean, there's probably more, but those are like the main things that have come out lately.
I just got done watching the new Prey. Really good.
How's that?
Really good. If you like Predator,
nice.
I think this is my new favorite Predator movie.
Okay, nice.
It ties into 1 and 2. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. So, I mean, if you actually have watched the shows or watched the movies, you'll see a lot of 1 and 2 in this one.
Like a lot of 1 and 2, like poop and pee.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I had to throw that in.
And then I've been listening to The Bonfire. It's Jay Oakerson and Dan Sodergren.
I think I've heard of it. I haven't actually listened to it.
They're on XM radio 5 days a week.
Nice.
But I listen to it as a podcast, so it's like a day later or whatever.
Yep.
But fucking hilarious. It's so good. I'm becoming a big Jay Oakerson fan.
Yeah.
I really like him. What else? Been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And I got connected to... I'm in this group now. It's called the Clash of Podcasters. So it's a group of us that have just gotten together, podcasters.
Yeah.
And we just bounce ideas and talk to each other and help share shit. And then we're going to start sharing each other's shit to try to gain
nice.
followers and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So it's the one guy that I was telling you about from Stardom podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
He started it. He's been running the show on this, so it's been pretty cool.
Nice. That's really cool.
He kind of put this group together. So, and dude, they talk all day, every day, throughout the night. I'm like, hey guys, I'm sleeping. Shh.
Yeah. So you guys have like is it like through like Messenger or something?
Yeah. Facebook Messenger, and the chat goes nonstop.
Dude, I'm in a couple of those right now with all the comedians, and it's like that. I'll look down and I'm all of a sudden at like 80 to 100 messages, and I'm like, oh, okay, well I was gone for like 30 minutes, but.
Oh yeah, this one I'll go to sleep at like 11 and I'll wake up at 6 or whatever, whenever, and there will be hundreds of messages. I'm like, don't you guys sleep?
Wow. Well, maybe some people are in different time zones.
Yeah,
so
some of them are East Coasters and West Coasters, but at the same time, it's like, Jesus.
No. Is there anybody in like? Is it only people in the U.S. or is it like? I would imagine it'd be people outside of the U.S. too.
I think it's just U.S.
Okay.
In this group. There's only like 12.
I was envisioning.
There's only like 12 of us in this group.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more.
No. So.
Anybody like I know that we've maybe already had or
no.
No.
Other than what's his name? He's the only person that I knew in the group, and he invited me to it. He goes, I think you'd be a good fit in here.
Sweet.
So, and there's one guy. He's just savage. Every time we add somebody new to the group, he's like, sounds gay.
Jesus.
He sounds like a pussy. Get him out of here.
Wow.
And it's every time. So now every time somebody we add somebody, I'll give him an hour or two. His name's Bash. I don't know, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. And I'll give him an hour or two, or otherwise I'll be like, well, since he hasn't said it yet, I'll fill in for him. I'm like, sounds gay. He just rips on people. It's funnier than hell. And then he always sends the Marvel. What's the guy with the glove with all the stones?
Purple guy. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Man, we're good at this tonight.
Anyway. I'm forgetting like easy things too. Like
yeah.
I've seen like all of the movies and I can't think of his name right now.
He always sends the meme of him. You will recognize me. So yeah, that's about all I got for entertainment, man.
Okay, sweet. Well, here I'm just looking up this one real quick. Crazy. Come on.
It's gonna bug you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't believe I've forgotten these. Like they're so easy too. Like, and I'm thinking of it right now, and I still can't.
I can't believe we forgot Dr. Ken.
I know, dude. Like yeah. And I don't know why it's taking me so long to actually look this up. Come on. It's also tough because my internet is being like really slow. Thanos. Oh my God.
Aww.
Thanos. God, I'm an idiot. This is the stupidest podcast though, so
right?
get over it. If you're mad at me, get over it.
Ready to get into the next segment?
Yeah, what's the next segment?
What are we doing next? Marry, fuck, kill?
Marry, fuck, kill.
It's where we name.
So in this segment,
it's where we name 3 things.
In this segment,
Go ahead.
I'm doing it on purpose now. I was just messing with you. You want me to do it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So in Marry, Fuck, Kill, in this segment, we talk about 3 things, and you have to say if you're going to marry it, whether you're going to fuck it, or whether you're going to kill it. And so we pick random things, people, anything. We're sexualizing and killing everything.
Nice. All right. So. Karaoke, singing, darts, disc golf.
Okay, so karaoke / singing is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then darts and disc golf. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to marry disc golf because that's just my new thing, and I have to keep it going because I have to. I think I'm gonna fuck karaoke because I love singing karaoke, especially I think I've only ever sang karaoke with you. I think I've done it a couple times outside of hanging out with you.
I was gonna say you've done it a couple times without me because I remember you going to Buffalo and doing it a few times.
Oh, yep, for sure. I remember that now. But yeah, I would do karaoke. I would fuck karaoke, and I have to kill darts. Unfortunately, I just don't play it enough. And again, I usually just play it with you or a couple other people. Not even. I'd say I can count on one hand how many people I have ever really played darts with. Disc golf, I've played with a lot of people. Karaoke, I've sang with a lot of other people. So, marry disc golf, fuck karaoke, kill darts.
Okay. I am marrying singing.
Yep.
Fucking darts. I'm gonna kill disc golf.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I like disc golf and all, but darts, darts I could play forever. Darts I could play the rest. I can't play disc golf.
I was gonna say that about disc golf. I can play disc golf my whole life.
I couldn't. My body won't allow it.
Your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. My shoulder, my hips, everything. My back.
Yeah.
Every time I play disc golf.
You're cracked.
Every time I play, I just wake up the next day just sore as fuck.
I don't have any soreness from disc golf anymore.
And I know it's probably because I have bad form and all that, but I'm not going to play enough to get good form.
Yeah.
So.
Alright. My first one is lotion, chapstick, and sunscreen.
I'm going to marry lotion. Fuck sunscreen. Kill chapstick.
Okay.
I don't ever use chapstick. Very seldom. I can't say never, but very seldom.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would actually have to agree with you. I use lotion the most just because I feel like
Jerk
the
off
reason no, I actually for my feet and hands and elbows and stuff like that.
Sure. We'll go with that.
I use lotion and my penis. I use a lot of lotion. Sunscreen, I'm going to have to fuck sunscreen because I'm very pale and I burn easily. And so I need sunscreen in my life. I will die without it. Especially because I love being out in the sun too. And chapstick, if anything, there's other alternatives I can use for chapstick. And there's not really alternatives for the other stuff. I can use lotion for chapstick. I don't care. It doesn't taste well, but the taste of it would suck, but.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Thursday, Sunday, Monday Night Football.
Thursday, Sunday, Monday Night Football. I think I'm going to say... I think I'm going to marry Thursday Night Football.
Oh,
because it
wow. Okay.
because it starts the week off and it gets you like pumped for the rest of football for the week. I think I'm gonna fuck Monday Night Football because again, it's the last of the football for the week, and I think I'm gonna kill Sunday Night Football because I can watch Sunday during the day
I
and at
didn't say
night.
Sunday night. Just Sunday. Sunday football.
Well, yeah, but like Thursday is fun because it's the only game and it starts the week off and you're
Okay.
like excited and I literally like that's the first week that I want to like or the first
Okay.
game that I want
Yeah.
to watch or at least like know what happened if it's not a team that I really care about or like if I don't have any fantasy guys going, then I don't really care about it. But Monday night is again it's a fun thing because like sometimes in fantasy that it can come down to the Monday night game and you need to watch that. And it's also the last game that you're going to see for the week. So you're like, okay, well, I need to see this. If otherwise, like, I don't get it. I got to wait 4 days. You know, like I got 4 days I got to wait. And then Sunday night, I'm like, okay, well, if I watch the noon game and the 3 game,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
going to be like
Sunday you get all
9 to,
day. I'm not
well,
saying the
yeah.
Sunday night game. All of Sunday.
Oh, I was thinking Sunday night. I thought
This
you were
isn't
talking about the
night
prime
games. I'm just
time
saying
games.
Monday night
Oh,
football, Thursday day football, Sunday day football.
I thought you were saying the
No,
prime time
no,
games.
no,
Okay,
no.
so I'm gonna marry Sunday then.
Okay, that's what
I
I
want
was like,
Sunday.
wow, okay.
Yeah, no, I want Sunday then. Then I'll fuck Monday and I'll kill Thursday
All right.
because Monday it's the last game of the week and that can change a lot of things. So it's the most fun. So, but yeah, so I would say that because but the reason I did Sunday also if it was only the primetime games is well I'm back at the casino and I'm working Sundays now so like I'm either going to be at a Vikings game which is awesome
Right.
or I'm going to be at the casino so like there's going to be something going on Sunday for me for a little bit
Yeah, I'm doing the exact same
for the
because
foreseeable.
I'm marrying Sunday, fucking Monday, killing Thursday. Thursday just
Yeah.
doesn't mean that much to me just because I'm still old school. Like back in the day, there was no Thursday night football. So I'm still in that old school style of mind where I could care less.
Yeah. Well,
I like it
I
just
said,
because it's an extra day of football that I get to watch, but
yeah. Now, like I said, if we were only talking primetime games, I'd love Thursday over Sunday night.
I can't even say that. I like that prime
because like
Sunday night
if
football.
I watch
There's so much
if I watch
tradition on
football-
Sunday night football.
yeah, but if you watch football for 6 hours, I don't if the Rams aren't playing Sunday night, I could care less about Sunday night football.
Oh, you're just not a football fan.
I mean, my team's won the Super Bowl, so I'll just throwing that out there, but twice, I should say, actually.
All right, what's your next one?
You don't want to talk about football anymore? Are you not a football fan or what?
Yeah.
Okay. High school, middle school, elementary. You gotta be careful. This answer can get you canceled.
Oh, yeah?
It's good. This is just your personal experience. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like what you think schools are like now. Like, if you're like looking through the eyes of.
I'm going to marry. I'm going to marry elementary school. Just because I love those memories and the people I met. I'm going to fuck middle school because I got to meet the friends here and keep all of my friends from the old place because I moved here in 7th grade. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably going to kill high school.
Okay.
I could care less about high school. I mean, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Not for me, at least.
Mm.
I mean, it was good, but it wasn't. I don't know. Just can't say there was bad memories, but there wasn't that many great. Like, there was good memories too, and some great memories, but just don't. I don't know.
But not that like you would think would replace either middle school or elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having a tough time because I have good memories from all of them and I have bad memories from all of them. Elementary, I wasn't a good reader. I couldn't comprehend anything in elementary school. It took me a little bit. It probably took me till middle school until I was able to comprehend everything that I read. So that was tough. But then I also loved other subjects. Like that's where I loved math. That's where I loved science. That's where I loved like all that kind of stuff. But middle school, I got to do some more interesting classes. And so it was a little like, that's when you started doing like home ec and like all that kind of stuff that I remember doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then in high school, I got to take like classes like for marketing and stuff like that. So it's tough because there's like all the good things, all good classes, but then there's also bad things. Like middle school, that's when I started like realizing like, because in elementary I was really good at baseball. I was like one of the best on the team in elementary. And then middle school I realized I'm like, oh, I'm not that good. I was just good because nobody else was good. And then all of a sudden the good kids like started standing out and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not really that good at baseball. And then high school, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm not good at baseball. So there's definitely like positives and negatives about each of them. I was hoping I would have an answer just by talking through that, but I don't. How about let's marry elementary, just because like, I remember loving the field days during that, and that's where I met some really cool people, and that's when I like had a lot of like really good, like not even all good, but like just strong memories in elementary school. So I'm gonna marry elementary school. I'm gonna fuck middle school because that's where I kind of like. It's only 3 years, but it was a memorable 3 years, and that's where I met most of my high school friends. Was in elementary, or it was in middle school. Because in elementary school I was in Stillwater, then I moved to Buffalo for 5th grade, so I was still in elementary school, but I was only there for 1 year. Then in middle school that's where I met like all my Buffalo friends. And in high school I just lived through high school, I guess. There was good and bad and stuff. There was definitely really good memories and just some okay memories. I wasn't like one of the popular kids, but I wasn't one of the non-popular. I was just right in the middle, friends with everybody. Yeah. Sorry, I'm making this a really long answer. I just didn't have an answer. Elementary, I'm gonna marry elementary, fuck middle school, kill high school.
Okay.
That was a really long-winded answer for that.
All right.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. The Jets, the Browns, and the Lions.
That is such a gross question. I think I'm going to marry the Browns just because they've been so bad for so long. I've always kind of had a liking for them because they were like the laughing stock for so long that I want to see them do well one day. And I feel like they got a very good like crowd, like good fans that like have stuck with them for so long. I want to see them do well. So I'm going to marry the Browns. Yeah, I want to marry the Browns. I think I'm gonna fuck the Jets because New York would be fun. I was gonna fuck the Lions because of Goff. I like Goff, but I can't just do that for one person. The Lions, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with my answer, but I'm gonna marry the Browns, fuck the Jets, kill the Lions.
Okay.
I don't want another really long-winded answer, so.
I'm gonna marry the Lions. Fuck the Browns. And kill the Jets.
I am very surprised with marry the Lions.
I've always rooted for the Lions.
Even as a Vikings fan.
If the Vikings aren't going to win the division, I want the Lions to. Because they've been horrible for years. I can't remember the last time they've had a winning record.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Yeah, well, usually, like, if you see the Lions on your schedule, you're like, oh, okay, that's a win.
Except for Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, that's true. But the Rams never have to worry about them on Thanksgiving Day, so.
They've always played good on Thanksgiving. I don't get it. They could have the worst team that they've ever had, and somehow they're going to be tough on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was, and then same with the Browns. They've had so many good players. I don't get how you can be so bad for so long and have so much talent. And some of the biggest busts in history.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the Jets, there's nothing to like about the Jets. No offense. The Jets, like, what is it? Like, jeez.
I like how we're doing this question now because I feel like the Bengals would have been included in this answer.
Yeah.
Had they not gone to the Super Bowl this last year.
Right. I was a big Bengals fan.
I was actually very happy that the Bengals went to the Super Bowl against the Rams because as a Rams fan, I obviously wanted the Rams to win. But I'm glad that the Bengals were there and not like the Patriots or somebody like that. Even though it would have been amazing if the Patriots were there and the Rams won, I would have just been devastated if they lost a third one to the Patriots.
I always loved the Bengals way back when they sucked because I was always an underdog. The Vikings have always been my team and it will always be my team. But I always picked at one point in my life I was like, what's the worst team? And it was always the Bengals. The Bengals sucked for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. But I like the look of their uniforms. I like the way their whole setup looked. And I was like, they're going to be good one of these days. And they never were. So, and now that they won the Super Bowl, I'm kind of, or they didn't win. They went to the Super Bowl. I was like, all right, you can be off my list now. Now it's time to find, and I think the Lions are the next thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that I'm going to kind of root for. They're on Hard Knocks this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
I watched the first episode tonight.
Yeah, they pick weird teams for Hard Knocks. I'm gonna be honest with you. They did choose the Rams one year, and it was great seeing the Rams on that show. But they chose a bad year to do it.
Well, they don't get to choose.
Well, I know, but like they should choose a team that. Why can't they choose?
They don't choose.
What do you mean?
They put out a bid. Like they asked the Vikings if they'd do it.
Yeah.
And Zim said no.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, if
it's up to the teams what team will accept them, and then they got to run their numbers out of the teams that say yes. That they'll run their numbers and see which ones they think will make the best showing.
Well, then I feel like they'd run the numbers wrong because there's a couple of years where I'm going to say, okay, you could have easily picked and I know this is being biased because I know Josh is a fan of the Jaguars, but they could have done the Jaguars last year or this year. And if it's because the Jaguars said no or whatever, that's fine. I'll accept that as an answer. But they would be such a good team to watch on that, especially when they had Urban Meyer, because that would have been so cool to see all of the stuff behind the scenes, because he was such the worst coach ever. And like, there's so many bad things that he did to ruin everything. And so like, it would have been fun to see that on camera, but then it would also be fun to see it this year, because now they're doing such a job this offseason that they are going to be very exciting to watch.
The Jaguars fan thought that he was the answer.
Huh?
The Jaguar fans thought he was the answer too.
Not all of them. Some of them did, and for a little while, all of them did probably. But then after everything came out, like, that was not the right choice. But now they have a Super Bowl winning coach. They have a good staff. They have good players. Like, I think they're going to compete this year. Like, I feel like they got at least they're headed in the right direction for sure. It's gonna be fun. And like I said, that I would have just liked to see Hard Knocks there, because like because I'm thinking of, like, with the Lions, I don't know much of their off season, so maybe they have something going on. But like,
I think they're going to be good. I thought they were good last year.
I mean,
the record didn't show it. The record didn't show it. But like the Vikings, they almost 90% of their games was a last minute decision.
Okay.
They were in every game last year.
So they're essentially, you're saying that I should actually want to follow the Lions because they're kind of like me. They just can't close.
Yep.
You always make fun of me for that.
I think they're going to be good. If they can just, I like their coach, and especially after watching Hard Knocks at first, I'm really liking their coach. But, and that's what I hate about Hard Knocks. I really should not watch Hard Knocks until after fantasy football. Yeah,
because now you want to pick the Lions.
No. But it makes me, the Hard Knocks really makes you fall in love with that team.
Yeah.
But I do like that coach. I think he's one of the best fits for that organization in a long time. But I do think that they're just a couple of plays away from being a good team.
Yeah.
They're going in the right direction. I think. I think they're going to they're going to surprise some people this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that they're going to make the playoffs or anything like that, but I think you're going to go, hey, this team's going to be something here.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a lot with very little talent and wide receivers and shit like that last year.
Yeah.
So.
It'll be interesting. All right, my last one for Mary Fuck Kill.
Yep.
That's where we're at. Is water, juice, and milk.
I'm going to marry water, fuck milk, kill juice.
Okay. I'm doing similar, but a little different. I'm going to marry water. I'm going to fuck juice. And I'm going to kill milk.
Ooh, I love milk.
I like it, but I drink way more juice than I do milk. I can't eat cereal anymore, but
yeah,
that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
Yeah. I drink at least a gallon of water a day, so I can't get rid of water.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah. But I'm outside all day.
Yeah.
And I love cereal, so I gotta have milk. And
yeah.
and there's, like when you have spaghetti dinner nights, there's nothing better than a big glass of milk with spaghetti dinner. So yeah. If it would have been skim milk, I would have said you can kill that all day.
You
So,
like the whole milk?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm a 2% guy.
Yeah. I like 2%. I'll go with 2%, but
Or maybe 1. I think I'm a 1% guy. I think that's what it is. I think 1%.
okay.
Now you're like, we can get rid of you on the podcast.
So, should we get in the next segment?
Yeah. What's the next segment?
Love it or hate it? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Where we name something and we got to figure out if we love it or hate it. If it's in between, it's usually got to go one way or the other. So you got to make a decision. Do you love it or do you hate it? My first one.
I love it.
My first one is preseason football.
Preseason football. Man, it's tough. I like it because you get to see who's going to make the team, who's not going to make the team. But I'm not watching it. I don't need to watch it. I'm going to say hate it just because, like, I know there's a lot of cool aspects to it or whatever, but overall, I got to say hate it because it's just not for me. I'd rather watch a regular season game where it counts. And,
I love preseason. I like seeing the rookies. I like seeing the players that you don't get to watch every day on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you can go back during the season and go, why the fuck is this guy in there? This guy played awesome in preseason. Why are we not playing this guy? It lets me be the coach a little bit, you know?
But then you also got to look at it like, okay, he did great in preseason, but he was also not playing against starters.
Right.
You know?
He dominated against those guys that weren't starters. So why isn't he playing with the starters?
Yeah.
When this guy is when this guy that's in his position is struggling right now against the starters. How about give this guy a chance?
Well, yeah, but then you could also argue maybe he didn't perform in practice. Maybe he just had an outstanding game, like an outlier game during the preseason, and all of his practices have just been garbage, you know?
Maybe. But
you can live in your fantasy. That's fine.
Exactly. Let me live in my fantasy. Let me backseat drive this truck. So.
All right, sweet. My first one is sleeping.
I'm gonna go with love it. I guess. I don't sleep a lot.
Ooh.
I don't sleep a lot, so still gonna go love it because there's nothing better than a good night's sleep. Just doesn't happen very often for me.
I love sleep. Sleep is like my favorite. I just really love, like I said, I love my bed. I love dreaming. Like I have really, really good dreams most of the time. And even if they're like bad dreams, at least they're like, I don't know, it's like a movie for me. Like it's literally just, I really enjoy the things that my brain comes up with. And, so I just love sleep. And then some days I try to sleep a second time or a third time through my alarm or whatever. And it's wonderful.
Nice. All right. Hazing.
I'm not against a little hazing, but I gotta say hate it because it's not needed. Like, I feel like sometimes it goes over, like, sometimes they go over the line, you know, sometimes they'll do stuff that's not super appropriate. And yeah, it just looks bad sometimes, but I'm going to say hate it. Sometimes there are good ones, like there are good pranks that you can pull on, good hazing things that you can do, but otherwise, sometimes like they do it as a joke, but it's not even funny. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
That's something.
I said love it. I think it builds good character. I mean, not good character, but I think it builds character. Toughens a kid up.
Yeah.
As long as it's within realm.
Yeah.
You know? I remember being in, I think I was in high school when this happened. Elk River. Some kids got expelled. I think they even got charges pressed against them. They were shoving plungers up the freshmen''s asses or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's
a little
over
much.
Over the line.
That's way over the line. That's beyond. That's not hazing. That's straight up
assault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But a good little hazing, I think it's good for the kid. You know, it builds them up, builds them a little stronger, makes them a little tougher.
Yeah.
As long as it's not too. I think some of these kids are just so damn soft nowadays. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need to shove a plunger up anybody's head, you know, but let's not baby everybody so much. Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Maybe some of these kids would want to work.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. My next one is reaction videos.
I'm going to go with hate them.
Okay.
Because I think there's so many fake ones nowadays.
Yeah, I went with hate it as well. I would much rather just watch the video that these people are watching. I don't need to see your reaction. Like, oh, you're scared of this scary thing. Cool.
So some of it's some of it's so staged too. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. You can tell that people are like, okay, this is like their 8th time shooting this. Yeah, well, not even watching it, but like shooting this video.
Mm-hmm.
Like you watch this and shot this video, and you're like, oh, that's not quite as good. Like you need to go high. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just dumb.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna go with hate.
Same.
All right. Sex toys.
I said love it, because literally, that's what you do with a sex toy is you love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So buddy. I don't like. I don't know. They're not used a whole lot in my experience, but I mean, I'm open to it. I'm not against it, and yeah. So I'm just gonna say love it.
Yeah, I won't love it as well.
Yeah.
Anything to spice it up, keep things alive, keep it going.
Yeah. Sweet.
I forgot to put that into my entertainment section. There's a show on Netflix right now called How to Build a Sex Room.
Oh, interesting.
It is a great show. And it's hosted by a little British old woman. And she builds...
Oh,
she builds the sex room.
That. Yeah, I've seen that, like, I've seen an ad for that.
It's good, dude. Gotta check it out. It's pretty funny.
Hmm.
Shar showed me it.
Nice. You guys building the room together or what?
Yeah. So.
Sweet. My last one is light up shoes.
Love them. How do you not love light up shoes? Those are the greatest things as a kid. I would wear them still today if they had some for adults.
Oh, same. I said love it. I would wear a pair right now if given the opportunity.
Oh, talking about reaction. Have you ever seen the one where they found a grown-up pair and they gave it to like this grandpa, and he sees them and he clips them together and he just freaks out. He's like, he gets so excited because they're light up shoes. Like he's never had a pair before in his life. And he was just so happy and so excited. I was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's fun. Yeah, if somebody is able to get me a pair of those, I would absolutely love them.
Oh, I would rock them for days.
Yep.
So. All right. What's our next segment?
Our next segment is Roddy or Vandy. In this segment, we talk about random topics, and we figure out whether Roddy is going to be more apt to do it or Vandy is going to be more apt to do it. I guess, yeah, that kind of explains it. So we say it, and then you say whether you think I would do it or you would do it, and I do the same thing. I say if I would do it or you would do it.
Okay. What's your first one?
So, who is more likely to find Waldo first?
I'm going to say me.
I said Roddy.
I said me because I'm more of a hunter. I could track him. I can look him up.
Guess, yeah. I'm talking about like finding Waldo in the book.
Oh, then you for sure.
Okay.
I was terrible at that. I was talking about real life.
Okay, no, I was talking about, yeah, because in real life, I feel like you are a hunter. I'm not a hunter. Like, you would have the advantage over
I was
me,
terrible at the book. I was terrible at the books.
I was pretty good, and my eyesight, I'm pretty good at it, and like, I was really good, especially like with finding Legos, because I would always like, I'd have my huge pile of Legos, and I'd be like, okay, I need this piece. In my head, I'd be like, I need this piece.
I was good at that. I just could never find Waldo.
Oh, I could just pick them out. And I could find Waldo. Like, I was just really good at finding things.
You think, man, whatever happened to the Waldo books? You think those would be big again? You know how everything comes back around?
I'm sure they are.
You think it would be big again?
I'm sure they still got a bunch of Waldo books out there.
I've never seen one.
Oh.
But, all right.
And you have a daughter, too. You'd think you, of all people, would be able to.
Yeah.
Or all the people I know.
All right. Who's more likely to coach a professional team?
I said Vandy.
I said me as well.
Yeah, because and the reason I said that is because you would be more apt to, like, baseball. I feel like you'd be able to do that way better than me. Football, I feel like we'd be equivalent, like we'd be about the same. And then there's other sports, but baseball, the reason I said you is because of baseball.
Well, I coached the high school bowling team for.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of bowling. Bowling would have been another one for you for sure.
I coached the high school team for probably 8 years.
Damn.
So.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I feel like I'd be better at disc golf than you.
Yep.
Other than that, but I'm not gonna teach a pro team like they will teach me.
Right. I could definitely coach baseball.
Yeah, that's the reason I picked you. Is just
I could coach football. Basketball, not a chance. I don't. Wrestling, I could coach wrestling.
I couldn't coach wrestling. I did wrestling for 1 year in 5th grade, and I sucked.
What else? Couldn't coach tennis. Couldn't coach
soccer.
Not really. I don't know much about it. I mean, I could teach it, like the basics, but that's a...
No.
So, yeah.
Who is more likely to set a world record?
I'm going to say Roddy.
Okay. I said Vandy.
I think you're going to come up with... I think you could do, like, a really dumb world record. Like, most dad jokes in an hour.
Dude, I kind of want to set that record now.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I'll say Roddy then. I'll do something like that.
Right?
Sweet, I'll take it. I'll take Roddy.
If you ever do that, you better get it on film so we can share that shit.
Oh, for sure, I'll do that.
So, why would you say me?
I don't know. I've never. I have, like, when I was a kid, I always thought of different world records I could set. But then I would like read about like a record that I feel like I could have done. And then I look at what the record is and I'm like, nope, can't do that. So I was just like,
Some of them,
I didn't know if you had an idea of what you think you could go for, but like all the records that I looked up as a kid, I couldn't do. So
we should get that book and go through. I think we could break some of these.
well, maybe we should try it. Maybe that can be a thing we do. Try to break a world record.
All right. Who do you think is going to be the first to buy a house?
I said Vandy.
Oh, I said Roddy.
Oh, okay. Why did you say Roddy?
I think you got your shit together a little bit more.
Well, I feel like I would be able to, like, if I happen upon, like, then yes, I would definitely do that. I'm just like, I'm not like I don't need to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, but I feel like your want is stronger than my want.
Yeah.
At this point. That's why I said Vandy.
Okay.
Who's most likely to start a Kickstarter campaign?
I said Vandy.
I said Vandy as well.
I'm always trying to come up with ideas.
Yep. I feel like you would come up with an idea and start it right away, and then like if it did well, then you'd like obviously keep going with it. But if it like didn't go well, you'd just be like, oh, okay, well, on to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always trying to come up with that entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Let's get this thing rolling.
And I love that drive with the podcast. Like that helps a lot. And I think that podcast is perfect for trying to get that going too.
Right. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. I think we're going in the right direction.
For sure we're going in the right direction, like based off everything we've talked about.
I like our dreams and our thoughts for this podcast and the way we're going.
Yeah, especially like even like the small changes that we make, even the small changes that we have coming up, like I feel like are going to be positive for the show. And then like moving forward, we're going to come up with different ideas and we're going to change it slightly again and go from there. And so it's going to be, I like the future of this.
Yep. All right. Who do you think, who's more likely to get on a sitcom?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy as well.
Yeah, because the reason I said Roddy is because I don't really know why, but I think that I've taken acting classes in high school and in college, and I just feel like I've had a little experience, and I've like always like thought that was always an option for me, and that kind of led into comedy a little bit. And like, I obviously love comedy, but I also enjoy acting and stuff like that. And I actually like randomly, I don't know if you've ever seen me do it or not, but randomly I like try to like act with people and see like if I can do it. Mm-hmm. And I get away with a lot of things. And I don't know if I don't think I've done it with you, but maybe I have.
I'm sure you have.
But like, I like to like, I don't know, just randomly like, do things to people and see if I can get away with it. Like, this is a dumb example, but like, what were you gonna say? It seems like you were gonna say something.
I don't think you've ever done it to me, but I've been around when you've done it to others.
Oh, okay. But like, there's times where like, yeah, I do dumb things sometimes. Like, I'll be like sipping on something, and for some reason, I'm just like, I'm feeling like acting. Just doing something random. So I'll be drinking something and I'll just pretend to like choke on it a little bit. Not choke on it, but like just kind of like have it go down the wrong pipe, like quote unquote, go down the wrong pipe. And I'll see if I can get away with it. And people like I'll just be like, oh, oh, sorry. I went down the wrong pipe. It just kind of hurt. Like, and like see the reaction I get from people, and like sometimes I get like general reactions, and I'm like, okay, well that was interesting. I didn't think it was that good, but okay, I guess I got them. Oh, nice. That's just a dumb example. I don't know if like I haven't like done that one.
Oh, I like it.
I don't know.
I said, Roddy, I think we both would be good at it, but I think you would try harder to get it.
I gotcha.
Like, it's definitely on my list of things, but I think it's yours. It's a little higher up on yours right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Sweet. Well, what's the next segment?
Would you rather?
Would I rather what?
We name two things, and you got to pick. Would you rather do this, or would you rather do that? Or would you rather want this, or would you rather want that? So we name two things, and you got to pick.
Okay. Sweet. Easy enough.
So, my first one. Would you rather take a dildo in the ass or a swab down the old pee hole?
Can I do both?
Just because you like it?
Yeah, I enjoy. And can it be at the same time?
No.
Just no? Okay. No, to be honest, I think I would rather do the dildo, to be honest.
Yes. I chose
I'd
the
rather
same.
do the dildo. What was that?
I chose the same.
Okay, yeah, I would rather do that because I just don't want anything down that pee hole.
Yeah.
That pee hole is
No bueno.
Yeah, at least like with the butt, people do that. Like that's the thing.
People do that. Nice.
Well, maybe people do the pee hole thing, but I'm not into that. And I'm not into the other one, but that I'm more open for that.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. That's what I got for that one.
Well,
All right. Would you rather be included in Ripley's Believe It or Not or the Guinness Book of World Records?
I would hope that I'd be more into the Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
Because Ripley, believe it or not, it seems more like a freak show.
Okay.
Means I did something pretty freaky.
I don't know. Some of them are, I guess, but like I feel like it's just kind of maybe there's just like a weird tale, like a weird story or something that happened. But I don't know. I said both, to be honest. I would love to set a world record, but it would also be cool because I love Ripley's Believe It or Not as a kid.
I did too.
And I just think it'd be cool to. I don't know. It'd be weird because it'd be like a nostalgic thing, even though it would be like a first time thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it'd just be cool to either one of them. I'd be okay with either of them.
Yeah, I would be too, but I'd rather the Guinness
set a world record.
Yeah,
I feel you.
All right, would you rather have to jerk off every day for the rest of your life? Or never be able to jack off again?
So, continue my lifestyle or change?
It's better than me. I would have had to cut back.
Oh, cut back on the jerk off? Oh, man. You are...
So, cut it in half or not do it at all.
You're a better man than me. Ladies, I'm
kidding.
I can go multiple times if needed. But, like I mean, I'm just saying, like I can go like 80 times if I need
to. All right, answer the question.
I'm gonna say keep jerking off every day.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's probably not every day. Because, like, actually, it isn't every day. Because there's days that I go places and I'm like, it's just not a good time to do this. So
I'm in church. I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, I've been in church all day. And I can't do it a third time. Like,
there's people and they just keep watching. So, yeah, I said the same thing.
What I would do. Would you rather know everything about the ocean or know everything about space?
Both are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Both are really scary.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the ocean.
Because they're both very well, like very unknown right now.
I'm going to go with the ocean.
We don't even know if mermaids are real.
Some of us don't know that.
You in the ocean though?
Yeah.
Okay. I went the opposite. I said space.
I could have went with like space is cool as fuck too. Like I love the stars and planets and
yeah, like I said earlier, I feel like that's something I would love to learn more about. I would love to learn more about the ocean. Don't get me wrong, like that'd be a really cool thing to learn about. But I am just fascinated with like learning about other planets, the stars, the galaxies. Like, does it end? How did it start? All that stuff. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Are there aliens?
Right.
That's another thing I want to know too.
I think we already know that there's aliens too. I just would like to know how many different kinds.
Well, I mean, we are aliens, and the Earth, what I call Earthians,
Earthlings.
Earthlings. That's what I was trying to say. Earthlings are at Area 51.
That was a good concept that we were talking about off. We'll have to bring that one up again.
Well, we were talking about it on the podcast. I just want.
Did we?
Yeah, it was on this episode.
Oh, it's late. I'm tired. I'm very behind on sleep. So.
we talked about it like an hour ago.
I didn't know if we talked about it before or after. I thought we talked off air.
Oh no, that was the concept I talked about on air. And remember, I brought up the date because I'm like, yeah, like I don't want people to take my idea.
Yeah. Sorry,
yeah,
like I said, I've been working a lot. I haven't slept much.
That's cool.
All right. Would you rather have your partner, your lover, every time they see you naked, cry every time they see you naked, or laugh every time they see you naked?
Again, can it be both? I'd rather...
I feel like they do both, so...
No, I feel like I would rather have them cry, but I want them to cry like it's a joyous cry. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that I get to see this penis again.
This average size penis again.
This is such an amazingly average penis. It's like the perfect average of everything. The girth,
there's nothing.
The circumference, the length,
all average.
Actually, I want to do one of my jokes. I haven't done it on stage yet, but I think it's pretty funny. I want to just see what you think real quick. So, I was watching a pornography film the other day.
Nice.
And I saw my penis doppelganger. Yeah, just Google. Nice. Yeah, I know. Just look up girl sucks tiny disgusting little penis, and
I like it.
Yep. That's all I got on that.
I would have came back with mine too. Big giant monster cock, black cock.
I don't think you answered though. Would you rather have her? Or have them cry or laugh?
I think cry. Laughing would probably destroy me.
Mm.
Crying, I could just be like, all right, I get it. I'm not very happy with it either, right? But I can deal with it. I could deal with it. If you laughed, I'd be like, all right, you ruined this.
It's not a joke.
Yeah. like I don't even think I could perform then. If you're crying, I might.
Plus, if they're laughing, like that's not like that person isn't laughing at a good joke anymore. Like it's maybe funny the first couple times, but like if you continue to say a joke over and over and over and over and over and over, it gets less funny. So why are you still laughing? You've
Right.
seen it 100 times,
Right.
you know, like. But I guess it's the same with crying too. I don't know.
Both suck.
Oh yeah, they're both not great, not ideal.
So,
All right, would you rather be in a romantic comedy with somebody that you hate, or be in a horror movie with your friends?
so if this is a movie or real life?
If there's different answers, I want to hear both.
So romantic with somebody I hate?
Yep, a romantic comedy that you hate. So I was thinking in a movie, but if you have a different answer for real life, like if you would rather be in a relationship with somebody you hate compared to like being
If it's a movie,
murdered.
I'm going to go with the horror.
Okay,
Because nobody's getting hurt, and it'd be a lot more fun.
in real life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'd have more fun. It'd be a blast. But in real life, I wouldn't want it to be a horror because then my best friends are dying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that in real life. I want them to stick around.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to do the romantic comedy in real life with somebody I hate.
So you're just gonna, just be romantic with somebody that you hate, and then like you don't have to be forever. I guess maybe you do. A lot of romantic comedies end that way.
Yeah, but the comedy part is I don't end up with her, so.
Yeah, there you go. That's a really good answer. I like that.
What's your answer?
My answer, I said horror movie,
Nice.
but the reason I said horror movie is because I feel like between me and my friends, most of my friends, like you, me, Matt, like those three in particular have watched a lot of horror movies. So we know what's going to happen. We are smart enough to survive, all of us. And even like if it's not just us three, if it's just me and other friends, or like me and you and other friends, or me and Matt and other friends, like whoever the combination is for the particular movie or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not dying.
We're going to be smart enough to survive it. So that's what I'm going to go with. Because I don't want to be with somebody I hate, and I'm smart enough to survive with my friends.
Reminds me of that. You remember that old commercial where the guy with the chainsaw is chasing him, and they're like, "Why don't we just get in the running car?"
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
No, let's get in that shed with all the chainsaws dangling down.
Yeah.
Way better idea.
Yeah. No, I feel like just with my knowledge of movies I've seen and your knowledge and Matt's knowledge and other people I know's knowledge, like even my mom, she loves horror movies. And so like if I were to have to survive with her, like I feel like we'd be competent enough to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not dying. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. But again, that's in a movie situation. Like if it's like a murderer, I don't have that experience, like, because they can go outside of the bounds, the limitations,
the rules of
movies.
a movie.
Yeah, they can go around the rules of a movie and be like, oh, okay, well, you're done. I sniped you or something. I don't know what they're gonna do.
So, all right, I think we're to that time, man.
What time you thinking?
Dedication time, baby.
Dedication. What are you thinking?
I think we haven't done a lady for a while, so I think we're gonna do Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr. That is one of your like. That's like your comedy mom.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Yeah,
I know we had talked about her before. I don't think we actually dedicated to her, but I know we talked about her in a dedication.
Right.
When we had like the lists of
in the early episodes.
Yeah. And I know she had like gone through some trouble or whatever, so ignore. What's that?
Nothing.
I have no idea what you're doing right now. Anyways, she's gone through some stuff. She's got in trouble or whatever. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about like the comedy part,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
So I
This
know
is our
she's
show.
been-
This is our show.
yeah.
She ain't canceled
Yeah.
here. So yeah, I don't know. She's been a big inspiration in the comedy world for me.
Yeah.
And I think she's been a big inspiration for a lot of women to get into comedy
Mhm.
as well. I mean, she is literally the queen of comedy.
I mean, like, definitely done a lot for the comedy
For
world.
women.
Like, yeah. Well, I feel like for other people, like,
For other
others
people
as
too,
well.
yeah. But for women, she is one of the first big women comedians. I'm not saying the first, but one of the first
Yeah.
to really run with it.
Yeah, no, I feel like she was like doing that, and like she was actually making that they were coming with her show coming back to it, and that's when she got in trouble was during that. And I don't know much about it, like I said. I just wanted it to be noted that people might.
God, I'd love to go see her do stand up. I hope she starts doing it again. She's did it a couple of times now.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, her, Joe Rogan, and what was his name from the Man Show?
Jimmy Kimmel or the other guy?
The other guy.
I know. This is another one.
No. You're thinking of season 1.
Oh, okay. Stanhope.
Stanhope. Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope.
Doug, Rogan, and Roseanne did stand up out in Austin one night. And
Nice.
they said she murdered.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Like, she is a really funny person.
Joe was talking about it, and he's like, she hasn't done stand up in like 20 years, and she went up on stage like she hasn't freaking skipped a beat.
Wow.
And just killed. And she was like, and you could see he said you could see the look in her eyes, like, let's go. Like, he was like, you could have seen the look in her eyes, like, I want to go hit 5 more open mics tonight. Let's go.
Dang. That's nice.
So I was like, I would love to see that.
Yeah, that would have been a fun night to go. That seems like quite the show.
Yeah, could you imagine going to an open mic and all of a sudden Joe Rogan, Doug Stanhope, and Roseanne Barr show up?
Yeah, that'd be nuts. I remember when we went to Austin and we ran into Kyle Kinane and Shane Torres. Like,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we've actually had up here like recently a couple people that showed up at
I saw that.
Yeah.
Danny's doing stand up with isn't she?
Yep,
Yeah,
she's
with
Yep. With Mary?
yeah, with Mary.
Yep.
That's sweet. That's huge.
Yeah, that was I want to learn more about it. I'm going to talk to her on Thursday about it. Actually, tomorrow, I should say. I guess whenever you listen to this is in the past.
Yeah.
But,
By the time this
I'm
comes
gonna
out,
talk
that
to her
show's probably
tomorrow
already
about it.
over.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I wanna talk to see how that went, because it, like, just talked a little bit about it on the chat, but like I want to like
That's pretty
actually
cool.
hear about it. Yeah.
So, but yeah, Roseanne Barr, hilarious. I mean, yeah, she's probably gotten a little bit of trouble here and there, but she's also had some major trauma in her life and shit too.
Mhm. Yep.
So, go check out her comedy. Go watch her shows, whatever. If you
Mhm.
don't know who she is, I don't know. You must have been under a rock most of your life.
Well, or you're just really young.
That too. I forget these kids don't know anybody. So.
Well, they do. They're smart kids. Keep listening to the stupidest podcast.
So, all right, buddy. I think that's about it for tonight. What do you think?
I think that was a good episode. That was a lot of fun. We went into some topics we don't normally go into, which is awesome. We got a chance to learn a little bit about each other again, and I hope you guys got a chance to have some fun, just like we did. Like I said, I always love just getting these shows ready and then doing them with you is even better.
It's a good change of pace when we go from guests to this, from guests to this.
Yep.
It's really fun, especially when we don't do them, like when we bank episodes and then we don't do these for a while, and then all of a sudden we come back and I'm like, this was fun.
Yeah, well, especially because like we haven't done one of these episodes for a little while. I know for everybody listening right now, like it was 4 weeks, but
for us it was like almost a month and a half.
Well, that's the same amount of time, but it was a little longer than that. 4 weeks is a month.
Shut
that's
up.
Why
it's freaking late. All right.
But yeah, it's been a little while for us for doing this because we had a couple episodes that we had banked, and so we were trying to get other things going. We had a lot going on, and obviously you have a lot of work stuff going on, so
gotta get schedules in line.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got a TikTok going right now, slowly but surely getting things on there. It's not great, but we're starting.
Good start.
We're on Snapchat, YouTube. But you can always check us out at
www.thestupidestpodcast.com.
So go like, comment, share, subscribe everywhere you can. I'd muchly appreciate it. Helps us out.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you ever want to listen to us do some stand-up, we do them locally at open mics every now and then, whether it be here in Duluth, in the cities, or in St. Cloud, or wherever we decide to do our open mics. Just follow us on Facebook. You'll probably see some of that stuff going on. Again, we got a roast battle that's going to be coming up here in the near future. So that'll be up in Duluth.
Well, just pay attention to Facebook and Instagram, and I'll try to share as much as we can.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.